Typical? Hello? Now it's working? Oh, somebody... The streamer is kinda dumb. Huh. Who'd have thought? Okay, I was yapping about free space on my hard drive, which was close to none. But it's okay, we can manage today, and later I'm gonna fix it. If I'm not gonna forget. Oh, umineko. Are we sure that's what I have to do, umineko? Again, can we do like gambling instead? Can we just play some poker or something? Poker roguelikes? No? Can we play Toho? Can we play anything else? For some reason, I'm really not in the mood for umineko today. But maybe it's just part of being nervous. Okay, I did everything. I changed my title, my mic is working. Happiness of Marionette bonus, current track. Episode 6. What? The Demon Wedding Ceremony. What happened last time? I hardly remember. Oh, Virgilia and Gab and other people was trying to solve the closed room mystery. I remember this. Then Butler got closed up in a closed room. Then there was a trial of love and Shan and Kanan was shooting at each other with guns. Right? Do we know how that ended, by the way? Is somebody won? Shan and Kanan, you said it yourself, right? Because of me, you are. To me, you are. Just in a way. What the hell? So aggressive. For the first time, they intend to kill Flash through the eyes of both. Why? For what reason? It's a great mystery. If I watch over the duel, it's gonna help me. And that's it. Okay. There was no resolution to this scene. Convenient. And now... Okay, and now we start a new scene. Okay. I remember all of it. I'm so on board with whatever I read a week ago. Huh. I came here directly, so I didn't go by the reception desk. Hee. Tee-hee. Haven't got a stamp yet. Why do you always have to mess something up at a time like this? Gab-sama, my apologies, but we'll have to ask you to come with us to a different room. Really? You security her on a witch's wedding? Why? Lenore White shrugged and turned away. Wait here, Lenore! Respond to my blue truth! What was it? If you want the opinion of a great card of heaven, please fill out on an application in accordance with the card procedures. For your attention, know that the ticket window is open from 10 to 5 on weekends. Lunch break runs from 12 to 1:15. Excuse me? Is this lunch break hour and 15 minutes? Is this normal? How is it called 8-hour workday if lunch is gonna... Okay, whatever. For your attention, we advise that the use of a whiteout or striker thoughts is not permitted when filling out forms. There's a rumor that a certain event I won't name refuses application for the same thing, yeah? That's an urban legend! Probably. What the fuck are you talking about, guys? I will provisionally accept the blue truce verbally. It will be put on hold until the proper forms are received and multiple submissions are not allowed. Excuse me? Did they... bureaucracy her? Okay. I don't understand. Can you respond to my blue truth? Or can't you? If you fill out the application on Monday, you should be able to have an answer for you by the end of the next month. Multiple submissions are forbidden, so the blue truth you just spoke will be unusable during the wedding ceremony. This is in accordance with the official Great Card Regulations, Article 214/15, prohibition of multiple submissions. For your attention, I beg to inform you of the following. Know that it is forbidden for blue truths to be used if based on the argument that the window seals of the next room over were turned at the time of a logic error. Okay. For your attention, I beg to inform you of the following. We advise that there can be no obligation to provide an answer to said blue truth. Cowards! Hey, let go of me, Rabbit Band? Rabbit Band? The Chester sisters let Gab away. Just when she had thought she'd reached the core, they had underhandedly refused to respond. However, this was a big clue. There was a chance that the window seals on the next room over had been broken. In other words, it might be possible for Hiyoshi, George, Kumasawa, Sharon, and Narja to save Butler. And yet, just now, that option had been sealed away. The use of any blue truths based on the window seals on the next room over might have been broken, had been prevented. It was now impossible to claim that the 5 who could have saved Butler were the ones who did it. Sure? What the hell? That's low! Isn't that the answer? I also noticed that they hadn't provided that the window seals were intact. But if that can be used for blue truths, why are they supposed to do? Yeah, I know. You're gloating again because you alone have discovered the answer. My apologies, child of man. I'm stuck on this just like you are. Oh, so nobody knows. I mean, I don't know either. I completely forgot about it. I'm sorry. What are you saying? I also realized the windows of the next room over were left available. However, I never imagined that the use of that argument would be prevented. Doesn't this completely violate the rules? I mean, how can a quiz be fair if you can't say the right answer? Isn't this a logic error from the other side? We can also use the fact that the tale is continuing as a proof that it wasn't logic error. In other words, there is some other answer completely unrelated to the windows of the next room over. Or it may be possible to explain without discussing the windows how one of the 5 in the next room over could have come to the butler's rescue. Not discussing the windows means getting out of the room without using the windows. What would make this next room over a locked room again? Yeah, that's why I'm also stuck. Because of these strange seal proclamations, the 2 rooms have once again become locked rooms. Most likely. Most likely what? If you're so vastly intelligent, what kind of answer have you found? There is no answer. No answer? What do you mean, no answer? There is no way out except for the windows of the next room over, and yet we are not allowed to include those windows in our reasoning. There probably is no answer for this locked room. So the locked room is a guest room where Butler's corpse supposed to be, but Butler was not here, which was proclaimed in red. And... Ooh, they all read. Oh, because she killed him. Okay. So Butler in this locked room exists in this locked room at the time when Erica opened the door, and the door was sealed previously, right? So Butler was in a room where Erica came in. She looked everywhere in the main room. She looked everywhere in the bathroom, and in the bathroom there was some commotion. And supposedly, in the time while Erica was in the bathroom, Butler was in a wardrobe. He was hiding in the wardrobe, presumably. And at first the idea was that somebody come out. Oh, and also it was proved that the door was not closed and opened while Erica was at a bathroom. No. The door was... The lock on the door was set because it was chain lock, right? And chain lock could only be closed from the inside of the room. So we have a closed room that can only be closed from the inside. And we have Butler that need to somehow find a way to get out of this room while Erica was in the bathtub, supposedly. In the bathroom. She wasn't in the bathtub. And there is no possible answer for it. And the first theory was that somebody else came and switched places with Butler. but she disproved it by saying, oh, I actually killed all of the people who could have done it, because initially all of these people were not dead, supposedly. They were just pretending to be dead, and she could not have confirmed it without having a deductive authority. Jesus Christ. But then, to be sure that they're dead, she killed all of them. And now none of them could have come to Butler. So now we're trying to find another way to make a person go and help Butler to save him. And all of the rooms with other people in it are also sealed with a tape. So we almost for sure know not only doors but also windows are sealed. So everything in the room is sealed, so all exits are sealed at a time when Butler is in the wardrobe of a locked room. And we're trying to find an answer. How any of these people could go and help Butler. Or we're trying to find a completely different answer. Okay, I remember it. I'm on top of everything! Yay! So we know that all of them are dead. Yeah, I don't remember seeing it before. Corpse discovered in a Krauser study, a blade had been used to cut her head clean off. The most perfect kind of corpse, rendering a mistake in autopsy impossible while also being completely identifiable. Huh. Okay. Parlor, VIP room, her own room, and Butler we do not know. Rudo Erika did not perform a sufficiently detailed investigation to the details of a case of death are unknown. Okay. There is no way out except for the windows of the next room over, and yet we are not allowed to include those windows in our reasoning. There probably is no answer for this locked room. Then what happens next? Since no answer exists, the fate is absolutely certain for whichever player is burned with the responsibility of explaining. But then they're out of moves to play. In other words, that statement of the Norse way was, in a way, the final blow. It means a checkmate. Is it? What about the miracle? No, one move does exist. However, that move is one that can never be used again. Butler is actually not real or something? And it's also a part of Beata's heart. You mean one of the greatest mysteries of the sale? Precisely. If he uses that, there may be a chance. Federline sighed deeply. It was something she hadn't done at all before now. I see. So it's finally time for the curtain to close on this long tale. Bait? Bait used to be believable, excuse me? Revealing that mystery means finally killing Beata. What are we gonna do with the 2 chapter over? Are you gonna present me with a character who was as good as Beata? I mean, you already did, but if you're actually gonna kill her, you really have to give me even better character. Butler is probably the only one qualified to do that. If he wavers that tale as a game master, no one will be able to stop it now. Very soon, the greatest mystery of the tale is likely to be revealed. Sure. Sure. A deep sound reverberated through the cathedral. What are we doing? It was the sound of a dozen of heels being stamped in unison, originating from the honor guards, members of the Chester Sister Imperial Guard, who were lining the cathedral. It brought about total silence, even before the demons surrounding the ceremony spoke. Let us have silence, ladies and gentlemen! Welcome to the wedding of Lord Butler, Territory Lord, and the Golden Sorcerer, and Lady Erika, the Witch of Truth! Zephyr and Furfur had appeared in the center of the cathedral. Oh, also, yeah, Butler and Erika are getting married. I forgot about it. It was a great status symbol to have those 2 demons invited to host the wedding. Though they had asked for silence, attendees who packed the cathedral welcomed the 2 demons with enormous applause. Yeah, that's not silence. Oh, it's Zephyr and Furfur. Then what about Beata? She may already have snuck in. They searched for Beata in a crowd of several hundred people, but they couldn't find her anywhere. It's actually so bizarre that we're doing a wedding fucking chapter now. I wonder if you had to find a way to save Buttercone. If she managed to gain so far in Furfur's power, then I'm sure she has. There is no miracle that cannot be gained after receiving their power. And if she didn't, then that goat biting its handkerchief over here is probably her. And now, let us welcome the bride and the groom! Please give them a grand welcome to celebrate this new chapter in their lives! Come out, bride and groom! Walk the path over shackles called marriage. Shackles? Which will bind you until the grave. Huh? Don't be so pessimistic. The big door in the back of a cathedral slowly opened. What is this music? Can Butler walk? Yo, Erica looks good. And then the Territory Lord, really nice thing on her head, really cool design. And then the Territory Lord and his beautiful bride came into view. Arm in arm, the pair slowly began to walk down the path of a grave lined with a red carpet. The Chester honor guards stood at attention along either side of their path, raised their adorned bayonets with mechanical precision, and made sure that no evil could block the path as the pair walked down. Chester's sister troops that weren't part of the honor guard were stationed all over the cathedral, hiding behind pillars and so on, and keeping an eye out for any intruders. 00 calling for 5 and 410. 410, any irregularities? Ceiling snipers, no irregularities, yeah. 410 and 45 could be seen on top of a massive chandelier, handling from the cathedral ceiling. Several other sniper pairs could be seen stationed top of the other chandeliers. This seemingly festive cathedral was actually being heavily guarded in places that the attendees wouldn't notice. Currently, we are targeting 36 attendees suspected of being Lady Beatrice, as well as 131 who are located in a position suitable for the surprise attack. Surveillance in progress. Don't let your guard down. Lady Beatrice is certain to stage an attack on a wedding. So true. That'd be cool, breaking in to steal the bride, yeah. 410, he's not a bride, he's a groom! I said what I meant, yeah. Literally one of them. The Chester Snipers team on the chandeliers were using an extremely highly capable surveillance agent to track the movement of several hundred attendees. If any one of them made any suspicious movements, the Chesters would immediately be given permission to fire. The one on the chandelier is Chester 127. That overworking... Is 127 is this one? Oh, she's not here anymore. Oh, she was here last time, but she's not here anymore? Pity. That overworking monster sniper could pulverize a human target from 2 kilometers away. Is she gonna get a sprite? No? Okay. No one on the chandelier close from that is Chester 20. Oh, okay, they're just saying their names. Her firing rate is 6,000 shots per minute. However, she's using a portable magazine this time, so she'll use up her shots in about 2 seconds. Beata doesn't need to do much. She just needs to be here and they just start shooting and destroy the wedding. That lazy bum can barely do her job for just 2 seconds, yeah. Slowly, and making it a show for it, the two walked down the red carpet path. Butler's eyes were blank. Excuse me, I feel like where one of the parties is catatonic, he can't actually consent. Butler's eyes were blank. If you looked closely, he could tell that Erica was dragging him by the arm she held. In other words, they weren't walking together. This was a ceremony for Erica to show off to everyone that this man belonged to her. Being a bride and a groom walked the seven sisters of purgatory, who held long ceremonial staff in the shape of a one-winged eagle. Why is he here? That moron butler! What's he lazing about for? This is why people call him incompetent. Oh, that's true, that's true. I can understand Beatrice's pain better than anyone else. It's all because the stupid butler caused the logic error. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Beatrice will not fall to sloth and let this wedding go on. Of course, Beatrice is greedy. She won't let someone else take her favorite toy. She'll definitely show up. Slobber? What's slobber mean? I heard the reception's gonna have tons of delicious food. I want to wear a wedding dress. No. Bergaston and Almadel were in nobles sitting on the balcony. Same place. They slipped questionable-looking carbonated cocktails as they looked down upon the show. Ew. What is wedding dress? This sort of thing not bad. This is just the opening performance. Pretty cruel. What events are you expecting to be a handler? Bern, you don't really believe Beata will come, do you? You know as well as I do that Butler locked room is perfect. There is no way that Beata could win, right? You must have heard too. There's a chance that the window seal in the next room over has been torn. It seemed that Lenore has managed to seal that off for now, but she just denied the concept instead of sealing the actual window. It'll fly out of the window again. This one-winged eagle. One-winged eagle. Wanna make a bet on wherever Beata will come? I bet she comes with certainty. I bet she comes miraculously. It isn't going to work. The Witch of Certainties and Witch of Miracles were both sure that Beata would come. Oh, she's not gonna come. However, they were very interested in exactly how she would break the locked room and take Butler back. Oh, maybe she's gonna... No, I'm not gonna say. You had a look behind it. You had a look behind the scenes, so you already know, don't you? The trick. More or less, but Erica's done a hell of a job, so now even I'm stumped. Liar. Aww? I'm sure you found the answer already. There is one, isn't here? A trick that can save Butler. There is, but it's tough. And if that move is used, part of Beata's heart will be exposed. Isn't this right? Oh, so you do know. Hey, wanna change your bet? To what? To whenever Beata or Erica wins. Sure, if you're willing to bet on Erica. You're on. Aw? You're betting on Erica? What makes you think you can win? If this trick is a part of Beata's heart, then Butler, the game master, will hesitate to expose it. And so they cannot win. It will probably be a draw. I'm sure they'll confuse matters and run away. Butler's the one to lay Beata to rest. Burn! You're being too naive. The bet was made, based on the assumption of a certain miracle, that Beata would come. Virginia, who was standing in the front row, tried to call out as soon as Butler walked by. She tried to tell him that the window sill in the next room over hadn't been confirmed, hoping that it would give him a hint. However, she had been marked perfectly. The instant she tried to lean forward, two Chester sisters right behind her grabbed her arms. It was a powerful force preventing her from going forward. Unable to move, she was forced to stay here and watch as Butler walked past. Butler-kun. Even now, he is in a fight in that locked room all by himself. However, he cannot get out of that locked room by his own power alone. Unless someone comes to save him, he cannot get out. Is Beatrice real? And she's gonna come out and help him? But for some reason, they need to keep the idea that Beatrice is real a secret? Maybe? I don't know. Unless the Charlotte comes to save him, Butler-kun will be trapped. If there is a key to this locked room, I'm certain Milady will find it. This is such an annoying song, milady. I'm sure you have gone through many trials in your life. But please, this one trial that you must overcome. I'm certain that you can do it. I do not doubt that in the slightest. Do you? The bride and the groom slowly proceeded down the path to the grave and reached the altar. Though walking slowly was ceremonious and proper etiquette, it was also tiring. Erica is so close! Erica glanced over at Butler. Of course, his eyes were blank. His heart was still inside that locked room. Once more, the sound of a Chester honor guards stomping their heels rang out loudly. Silence returned to cathedral. Oh, okay. Now the wedding ceremony would finally begin. People live for the sake of love. Therefore today, you have filled the purpose of your lives. Oh, how great is the power to live, the power to love! I pray that the brightness of the day blesses this two for all time. Come now, you who love one another, make the oath of love. Oh no. In the place of a husband who cannot speak. Let the wife deliver these vows on behalf of both. Can she do it? I don't think it's legal. Butler swears to Erica, and Erica swears to Butler, to support each other, both in sickness and in health. Didn't catch that, Butler-san. If you have some objection, please say it in a bit more clearly, in a loud voice. Damn it. If you have anything further to say, please get yourself out of this logical locked room first. Don't worry, I'll support you forever until the day comes. You have heard the couple's oath of love, really? No long speech? How's this wedding? Oh, let the oath be eternal. Thunderous applause celebrated their marriage of servitude? After the oath, they both physically signified the bond. It was exchanging of rings. The territory lord ring with the one-winged eagle engraved on it that sat on Butler's finger would become Erica's. By this, she would become the ruler of the game board. What ring she gives him? And in exchange, Butler's finger would be given a diamond ring that Erica had prepared. Diamond? Okay, I mean... I have such a bad taste. At a glance, it looked like a ring adorned by a large diamond. Oh, but it wasn't! Okay, I'm out. This cursed ring would force... Oh no! It's a cursed ring! Would force Butler into eternal subservience and brand him as another property. But the diamond is real? I mean, if diamond is real... Yes, let the pair exchange rings. Wrong voice. Since a husband finger cannot move, let his wife support him. Guys, I don't think it's normal. Erica respectfully took Butler's. Aren't you demons of love? How is it supposed to be okay with you? And isn't it hypocrisy that to 3 pairs of other people you were like you should die for your love, and for this one you can be like, oh yeah, she could tell the oath for both parties. No, what? Erica respectfully took Butler's left hand. Respectfully? Okay. Then slowly pulled off the territory lord's ring that had sat on his ring finger. That was the ring Beato had entrusted him with. Erica stole it away. He's so pained. Poor guy. This is a ring that woman left to you, right? How does it feel to have it stolen away by a woman like me? Really good, Erica. Really good. To her. Huh? I cannot hear you. Please say it one more time. Go to hell. Oh, is it so? Well, there is no need to worry, Butler-san. Are you still gonna call him Butler-san? Even though you're married? Erica pressed her lips up against Butler's earlobe, as if biting it, and told him where they were. Uh-huh. Cool. We're already here. Giggle? And slowly, she took Beata's ring, which she had stolen from Butler, and slipped it onto her own left hand. And now the bride may put her ring on the groom. This one's pretty incredible. It's a shackle that holds him in place for all time. Giggle? Yeah, it's custom made. I mean, it's diamond. I'm sorry. Even Butler's blank eyes could see the diamond ring Erica held. It was like Erica herself. On the outside, it shone beautifully and possessed an absolute hardness that would bend to no one's will. And on the inside, to symbolize never letting go of the prey it had latched onto, it was 8 sharp thorns pointing inwards. Oh, it's this type of ring. Okay. If they had been growing out of the outer side, it would have looked like a collar of a hellhound. Okay, we know. However, who ever heard of putting those on the inside? She turned the diamonds until it clicked and those thorns retracted. In other words, if she twisted it after putting the ring on his finger, the inward-facing thorns would bite down, never releasing until the end of time. Then, even his soul would be trapped, and his body, mind, and soul would be forced to serve Erica for all eternity. I wish it was me. Are you kidding me? Who the hell would wear a ring like this? He couldn't even finish speaking that simple phrase, and furthermore, those awkward words were the only way he could resist. She raised Butler's left hand and stroked his fingers hungrily. Erica held the ring of servitude against the tip of his fingertip. A ring can hurt if it's made to fit too tightly, and it even can become impossible to take off. However, this ring was never intended to be removed for life away. Nah, kinda nasty. So its inner band had been mercilessly narrowed. Even without the thorns, forcing a small ring like this on would hurt. This ring will seal away your body, heart and soul for all eternity, and you'll become an eternal living puppet. I won't even let you die. I'll defile and humiliate you endlessly, and every time you forget the heady taste of victory, I'll use your body to remind me. Over and over again. If you're going to bite off your tongue, now it's the time. Once this goes on your finger, you won't ever be able to do that. I'm normal, by the way. What the hell? Yeah, let women be wicked and twisted and annoying and really evil. Hell yeah. Did you say fuck? Almost. Butler didn't even possess the strength to bite his tongue. And even if he possessed it, he didn't want to give up before finding a way to escape the locked room. So he could never bring himself to commit suicide. However, once the ring was forced upon him, he would never be able to even think about escaping from the room, much less kill himself. No. Stop it. No. Here you go. The fingers going in now. It hurts. It wasn't just the pain of having his finger forced through the tight ring. The curse of the ring fiercely tormented Butler's body from the inside. That pain would always torment Butler, but fortunately for him, the ring power would also steal away the mind that could understand that pain. Erica kept screwing on a demonic ring that was far too small. It hurts. It's impossible. There's no way it'll fit. Oh, don't worry, it'll fit. No problem. With an obscene laugh, Erica let a silver thread drip from her mouth, and wet his finger in the ring. Oh, saliva. Okay. Just relax. I'll stick it in all at once. Why? Oh no. Please don't waste your energy resisting. I'll hurt less if you don't resist, okay? Look, now it's sliding right on. No. Oh, fuck. Slowly, Butler's finger went deeper and deeper through the ring. He was pushed through the iron ring of pain and humiliation, which would never be removed again. Ooh! It sucks. Okay, I took my words back. It's kinda... nah. It's not worth it. This diamond is not, you know, good enough. Look, see? It's in all the way to the base. It hurts. Take it. Why are they doing this? Why? The demonic ring squished his finger so tightly that it seemed the finger would snap off along with the bone. Could Butler's hazy expression of anguish really communicate how unbearable this sickening pain was? Okay, now that it's on all the way, let's add the final touch, okay? Now you will be mine forever. Erika touched the ring diamond knob. Beato, time to go in. If she twisted it, and Torms would bite in and never let go again. No, stop it. Why? Why did they make it like this? Why did they make him... Why? Sure. Just say, spare me, Erika-sama, and I'll stop. Really? Spare me, Erika-sama, please. To swear to spend the rest of my life as you talk with a collar around my neck. So, please spare me that thing. If you can say that, I won't make you wear the ring. Okay. Yes? I can't really hear you. Ooh. Screw you. So true? I'll never forgive you. For making you suffer like this? No. For defiling Beata's ring. Uh-oh. I will never forgive you. Though Butler's eyes were supposedly been forced into a clouded state, they looked strong for just an instant. However, it really was only for an instant. Butler had used up Why? Butler had used up the last of his fleeting resistance just to say those words. In his dim consciousness, he had ever bitten his own tongue to stay alert, so that he could complete his words of resistance. Of course, it seems you aren't the kind of dog who can be tamed, but that's what I like about you. Erika smiled. She wouldn't like me. The instant she did, Butler let out a voiceless scream and threw his head back. No, not Butler, stop! His howl had no voice and could be heard by no one. However, it still ran out throughout the cathedral. Oh no, what are we doing? What are we doing? Umineko Kuronichiro, Nocturne of Truth and Illusion. The Duel of Lovers. Oh, not this shit again. A desolate wind blew through the golden rose garden. Shen and Kanan had already finished walking 19 steps, and their backs still faced each other. At a signal of the demons responsible for this trial, they would both turn and settle this. Each of them held one of the dueling pistols that the demon had prepared. The bullets promised certain death no matter where on the body they hit. This duel would not end until one of them died. George and Jessica just quietly watched the ones they loved. They had already entrusted all of their thoughts to them and their fates. Just watching over their partners was now the only way they could show their trust. Ooh. Kanan and Shannon stood quietly, with their backs turned. They had already put the emotions of the many days they had spent together behind now. The next time they laid eyes on each other, nothing would be asked of them except pulling the trigger. Why is he doing this again? The only ones who still had no determination or resolution with regards to this duel was Beato. The closer that moment came, the less she understood. The love between George and Shannon wasn't standing in the way of love between Jessica and Kanan, or vice versa. Why, when both sides could find happiness, they were forced to kill each other? I don't understand. I just can't understand. True. Little sister, we are not permitted to do anything but watch. Zever-san, Furver-san, why is this duel? There's just no trial of love. You really are demons. You just want to enjoy watching one of the pair fall apart. Quiet. You'll get in the way of the lovers. You're the ones getting in their way. One will fail, and the other one who loves that person will grieve. If only you two weren't around, no one would be sad. That is not true. If we hadn't set up this duel, then both pairs would have fallen apart. This duel is necessary. I haven't been able to accept this since the beginning. Do you think love can succeed without the miracle of magic? The only thing needed for love is two who love each other, isn't it? This duel is meaningless. No, Umineko has a special condition for love. So stop it, you two! Shannon and Kanan both! Why do you have to fight each other to the death when you were the ones as close as true siblings? I can't just understand. Everyone should have been able to hear Beato's yell. However, no one's expression changed. That's right. I'm impressed that you noticed. That is the truth of love. What is? Love needs nothing more than two people who love each other. Therefore, there are not... No. No. No way. No. Therefore, no. No? No? What? 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 Excuse me? Are there... What is it going to be? There are either actually fucking chairs, or... There one per... Huh? Therefore, when there are not two people, we must use a duel to make that number become two. What? Is Shannon Kanan a single person? What? No way. Huh? How would this work? I could understand if there is a duel between two people fighting over one woman. If there is a duel to reduce the awkward shape of a love triangle down to the pair. But why are two and two? The world formed by each pair is complete, isn't it? There is nothing compelling them to fight. The minimum number of people that can create the world is two. Only when two people are together can the world be born and love fulfilled. That's why this duel is necessary. So we can reach that number of people. There are one person who was separated into two like entities? What is this? Are you saying that furniture is less than a human doesn't count as a whole person? Correct! Furniture is less than a human, so furniture and human cannot adapt to two. That's insane! If two people love each other, their circumstances don't matter! Yes, they do! Yeah, Beata, two people. Do you really think the circumstances of two in love doesn't matter? It's permissible to fall in love with a man who has a wife. Is it permissible to fall in love with a woman who has a husband? Yes. What is not permissible is have a relationship. Is it permissible to fall in love with your parents? No. Is it permissible to fall in love with your children? There are many situations where circumstances forbid romantic love. I mean, first example wasn't that bad. I mean, you can't do all of this, but the point is you shouldn't act on it, ever. There are many situations where circumstances forbid romantic love. Then, just what is furniture? Why mustn't furniture fall in love? Because there are cell amounts to less than a full person. Shannon cut in the piece that you are as well. All of you are furniture, subhuman beings who do not possess a full person soul. There is only one thing necessary to love a human. That is the possession of a full person soul. That's why a pair in love can create a world. For example, do you think a man with a wife has the right to love another woman? Maybe. Of course not. If you love two women, neither would give a full person's worth of love. Ooh, so monogamous. And then such as that would not be equalified love? See, there are plenty of people in plenty of circumstances who have no right to love another. As long as both people feel love, nothing else matters. That's a comfort lie of a naive love. We cannot forgive humans who falsely pretend that they have the right to love. We cannot permit the love of subhuman beings, of those who do not make up the minimum number of people to create the world. You should, why is on the same level as adultery and incest you put servants? Isn't it kind of weird? Am I not getting something? Can you define the furniture for me, please, again? This is the purpose of our trial. To love sinful souls, to regain the soul of a whole person, to become capable of true love. But Beatas can just, you know, fuse. No? Zaper-sama, Furfur-sama. Our hearts are ready. Hick, hick. Please, give us a signal to start the duel. The pair, biting farewell quietly, ask for the signal to be given. The Far nodded silently and then walked to a place that could be seen by both of them. Furfur spoke in a voice quiet enough to avoid distracting the two duelists. Watch! Watch the duel to see which of the lovers will fall apart? No, it isn't a duel to see who falls apart. It's a duel to make true love succeed. I don't understand what you two saying. No, you must understand. This moment marks the birth of a human who is truly capable of loving another person. I don't understand. No matter which of them wins, please congratulate them. This is the moment when their days as furniture come to end. Are they gonna actually elaborate on this properly and explain it to me in normal words and not like this? I hope. The signal is simple. It will count down to 3. When they reach 3, the duel will commence. Understood. Same here. If both of you miss, the duel will be temporarily suspended. If you will be given bullets again, and will start over from the beginning with your backs to each other. I guess I'll repeat until it's all settled. Zafar, have you seen this sort of duel many times before? Of course! I have seen it many times. Usually, how many times do you need to face off before it's over? In almost cases, it's decided in the first round. Everyone must be really good shots. That's not it. If one side missed, the other can corner them with their leisure and shoot. missed with that first bullet, and there is almost no chance of winning. However, if you take too long, you'll lose before you can even pull the trigger. If you're going to lose anyway, you'd at least want to have pulled the trigger first. This is a good mindset, you two. Now, here we go. One, two, yeah, we know. Beato, hi. 3. One. In the Golden Rose Garden, there is a number 3 was yelled. The sound of a gunfire ran at once. Even the people watching couldn't tell whether there was a single gun firing or a sound of both going off at the same time. They could have both died. No! What the fuck? In the midst of a strange of gunpowder and white smoke, there was the gun raised and smoke trailing from the barrel was Karen. I mean, I was rooting for Shannon, but Karen's relationship are less weird, that's for sure. Shannon was lying on the earth face down. Shannon, son. No, Shannon dropped before the gunshot. Oh, it's a tactic! Jessica's stressed expression was enough to explain what had happened. No. Sneaky. Oh, ankles. I mean, slowly. Oh, she has a little mushroom stockings. That's cute. Slowly, Shannon stood up. There was no bullet wound anywhere on her body. She's like creamy mommy. The first time of a signal, Shannon had thrown herself to the ground, dodging the bullet. It had been gamble. If Kanan had turned around and taken the crime to aim carefully before shooting, then he would have shot her as she lay here. However, if Kanan shot as soon as he turned around, she would be able to dodge that. Kanan was also gambled. He did not underestimate Shannon's skills with a firearm. Fuck you guys. He was fully aware that Hope and Shannon— Why can't you be just normal? He was fully aware that Hope and Shannon would be timid enough to let him shoot first, could result in him losing before even pulling the trigger. So he had decided to shoot right away, and he had predicted that when he shoot, Shannon would reflectively pull the trigger too. Since he had already planned to shoot right away, he was sure that his readiness would allow him to shoot with a greater accuracy than her. If Karan had What? Oh. Wait. What? Okay, hold on. Excuse me. I'm having troubles. Okay, whatever. Huh? My time is wrong. Why is my time wrong? If Karen had cautiously turned around and Shannon, you can see it's wrong. Why is it wrong? If Karen had cautiously turned around and Shannon had shot instantly with the strength of her will, then Karen wouldn't even have been able to pull the trigger. So wasn't it Karen had acted hastily? The two had simply given it their all, left their fates to the heaven, and reached the result. I didn't imagine that my quick-tempered sister wouldn't shoot at all. I'm surprised too. I didn't think of that old Brennan Cannon-kun would shoot as soon as he turned. As Shannon quietly pointed the barrel at him, she slowly walked forward. She planned on cautiously closing the gap until she reached distance from which she could hit with even more certain accuracy. And Conan had already lost any means of fighting back. He could try to dodge Shannon's bullet and place his bet in the second round. They both had the same view of the situation, which meant one could be taken by surprise. This isn't over yet. Conan dashed forward like a tornado, bent over. Why can't you be normal? Why can't it be just old school, normal? We're going back to back and then shooting on account. Why are you supposed to be like so elaborate and superhuman, and all of this dumb shit? Bent over so low that he almost crawling over his shadow. This duel could only be settled by a bullet, but he wasn't the only one who had a bullet. If he could steal Shannon's gun away from her, he could turn this all around. And if Shannon could calmly shoot through Conan, it would be all over. The odds that Shannon would miss, or that he could get close enough to her before she had fired, Conan bet all the chips he had on this. Shannon could draw Conan in until the last second when shoot him from a closer distance. She could also pull the trigger just before he reached her, and that would start over from the beginning, even if she missed. Shannon kept her gun pointed at Conan's forehead as she compared these options until the final moment. She let him shout, calculating the distance. Shut up! Calculating the distance he had already moved and the time it would take to pull the trigger. Fuck you guys. Lady Luck smiled impartially. Raw. Damn it! In a flash, Conan leaped to within striking distance of Shannon as she missed the final moment to pull the trigger. He swung his hand up and smashed the gun she held upwards. That strike sent her gun flying into the sky. At the same time, Conan's gun also flew from his hand and soared into the air. Fuck you! The two guns danced around through the sky, reached their peak and began to fall. By the time neither one of them knew which gun was theirs. Uh-oh. The two guns were exactly the same. Everything about them was identical. There was no way to tell them apart. However, there was one difference. Only one of them had a bullet inside. They pointed at each other and shoot at the same time. A pair raised hands to the sky, trying to grasp their fate, their miracle. It was as though they were trying to grasp the wings of the sending angel of miracles, angel. The pair looked up at the brilliant sky and entrusted everything to Lady Luck. Then, they each grabbed one of the guns out of the air, and after dancing a momentary rondo, their arms crossed each other. Even that was like a dance, and the barrels of each of their guns came to a dead stop against each other's forehead. Silence. Even they could not know which gun held the bullet. Oh, at this point, why didn't they just do Russian roulette? What's the point of doing all this elaborate shit if you could just, you know, Russian roulette to yourself with one bullet to your to your head and just go? I don't know. When they both pulled the trigger, one would die and the other would remain in life. This much would end. George and Jessica had no way of knowing how it would turn out until that moment came. However, was it really impossible for the two holding the guns to know? The barrel of Conan's gun, which had already been fired, must have been warm. And the barrel of the other gun, which Shannon had fired, should have been ice cold. So perhaps the pair of them did realize which gun was which. And yet, both expressions were as solemn as could be, showing that they would hold a total belief and zero doubt in their own fates until the moment the trigger was pulled. Don't be sad. We'll meet again soon, in Goldenland. We should have done this much sooner. And that way, we wouldn't have to see each other again. It's alright, considering what day it is. Even this duel is just a farce. You're right. If we're just going to revive in the Goldenland anyway, it truly is just a farce. Then, I'll see you later. Yeah, you too. So long! Oh, it's Shannon's gone. It's Shannon's gone. Yeah, Conan's dead. Rip Conan. Unless... Why are we back here? Yeah. Okay, now get it why we're back here. Kanan-kun? Hey, what's going on? Hang in here. Suddenly, Kanan fell to the floor as if he had an attack of anemia. Relatable? It happened without any prior warning, so everyone rushed up to him in alarm. What they saw surprised them. There was a single stain of blood across his forehead, making it look as though it had cracked open. Huh? How? What happened? What's going on? Trying to get a look at the wound, Goda wiped Kan's forehead with a handkerchief. However, his forehead was perfectly smooth without any trace of a wound. And yet, almost as though it was slipping through his skin, blood was pouring out. What are you doing? Stop the bleeding already! I would, but there's no wound. But the blood won't stop coming. Hang in here, Kanan-kun, Kanan-kun, Yoshia-kun. Genji, fuck you. Kan's face was pale, and though his eyes were open, they had lost the light of living. Just as though he was a puppet whose strings had been cut, he passed away. Are they like dinosaurs in Jurassic Park? They drugged them so they couldn't go away or something? Like, and now they stopped giving Kanan a drug and now he's dead? How is this gonna happen in real life? How is this supposed to be explained? By the way, watch Jurassic Park. Did I see Jurassic the first time? We do this. Unfortunately. I also watched, you know what I also watched? I also watched Alien. And I have to say, aliens look tasty. That's all I have to say. They look like oysters. That's unfair that they look like oysters. I mean, they are nasty on the outside, but they look like it could be so tasty on the inside, you know? We can fry them. I know they have acid blood and shit, but you know, it's probably worth it. And they're also unkillable. So their meat's supposed to be like super tender, right? Because they have shells. You know? Xenomorphs make xenomorphs. Big Dungeon Meshi fan, by the way. Yoshia-kun, Yoshia-kun! Huh? So long. No mercy! Okay. And thank you. Jessica dashed up to Kan's corpse, held it, pressed her forehead against his. And as her own I swear to God, if you're gonna go through this shit, through this song and dance again in a future episode, I'm gonna freak out. Isn't this enough? To which extent can you go with it? Why is Butler wrote it? Did he actually wrote it? Oh, he knew that Beato... How the fuck did he wrote it? Oh, he knew that Beato was like... needed to find a resurrection, and so he set up this trial with the Slovers, and... Okay, that's a weird reference. And her own forehead grew red with Kan's still warm blood, she wailed. Shannon. George-san, I won. And now, I have the right to love you. At last. Can you... Could you guys stop it? Shannon leaned against George's chest as though the string holding her up had been cut. Is it normal that 16-year-old killed her own brother in order to be with 23-year-old guy? Hey Reddit, am I the asshole for... Shannon leaned against George's chest as though the string holding her up has been cut. George held her in silence. Yoshia-kun, Yoshia-kun! There was nothing in the golden rose garden except the wind that carried golden flower petals, and the sound of Jessica's heartbroken wails. Wails? Welsh? Head girl? Is your trial of love finished now? Oh, it is! Congratulations! You two were the ones who remained. We will give you our blessing, but please don't forget, we are now Sorry, but please don't forget, you're not responsible for nurturing your love. Please take good care of the seed of love that this miracle was created. Of course. I swear to it. I swear it to her and both of you. And now let Shanna give the miracle of magic. Now your soul will become human, and you will become a full person. Come together, incompetent souls, become the one and know love. When the foreign Furfur faced the heavens and yelled, the miracle of love gathered the souls around Shannon. What's gonna happen? They came from the losers of the trial, from Kanan who has been defeated, and from Beata who had dropped out. Slowly, the bodies of two began to break down into flecks of gold dust. Huh? What's going on here? No one ever said that the losers would disappear. As she yelled, Beata the Elder supported the body of your fading little sister. However, the two demons were smiling quietly. Karen disappeared because he died. Beata was born to love Butler, so without the triad, she too will vanish. It is very fair. If you had survived, the one who would have vanished instead. Hang in here, little sister, hang in here. Weren't you going to solve Butler's rock room and save him? What are you doing, biting the dust in a place like this? And everyone bites to dust? You call yourself a part... Oh, she literally biting the dust. You call yourself a part of her complete form? Why? Was I born for the sole purpose of loving Butler's son? Why do I like him? Good question. The truth is, I don't know why I fell in love with him. What? You want to talk about this now? After all, when I was born, I was told to love Butler's son and be loved by him. This was the purpose of my birth, so I don't really know why I liked him. People don't need a reason to fall in love. Don't disappear. If you disappear, who will save Butler? Little sister, Beatrice. Why is it that I like Butler's son? Mother? Mother? Well, you know, I'm not really a big fan of a domestic type of girl. You know me, I'm around the ages kind of guy, right? I just can't handle acting politely in front of girls, ladies first and all of this stuff. So if you have to say what type I liked, you know, maybe Jessica type girl could be just my thing. If I'm crude, why shouldn't she be too? A rough, relaxed relationship with someone who can cuss and joke around with me, so we're not always thinking about how I'm a guy and she's a girl. This could be just oh no, she was actually his perfect woman. Oh no. What about Sharon and Kanan and Beata Soul? Are they one person? Are they? So if I ever get a girlfriend, I'd like someone I could just joke around with all the time like I do with Jessica. Isn't it was Shannon's memory before? Huh? What would she look like? I'm not too picky about this, but if she did happen to be one of those blue-eyed blondes with the big boobs you see in Western films, that'd be awesome. Okay. Big question now is, who the fuck would grant Butler this? Like, why did he deserve it in the first place? I'd love to rub those boobs. Oh, true. True, butler, true. Beatrice, listen to me. I'm giving you my love for Shiramia Butler. You are to become the kind of woman the Shiramia Butler desires. You will have the golden hair like he likes. You will have the blue eyes he likes. You will have a personality that matches his. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And then you are to love him in my place. And if fate allows it, be loved by him. I can no longer love him. Please take these desires I couldn't bring into fruition. These feelings too great for me to bear. And see them through yourself. From this day forward, you are no longer the Rokujima ghost that lives only to play pranks. From this day forward, you will be the master of the island, waiting for the day that he comes to fulfill his promise. From this day forward, you will do this in my place. So from this day forward, you will no longer be me. Why is this human Beato sitting on the background? Please forgive me for pushing all my troubles onto you, while I alone try to find happiness. From this day forward, you have the right to hate everything. From this day forward, you are the golden witch Beatrice. And one day, you will destroy everything, revive everything, and bring blessings to all lovers. When that day comes, I pray that you and I will have found happiness. From this day forward, you will no longer be me. Is this not the little sister Beato and the previous Beato? Is the previous Beato and real life Beato talking? From this day forward, you will no longer be me. From this day forward, I will no longer be you. The two of us will split a single soul and share it. And though, of course, that won't amount to a complete soul, I'm sure our dreams will be more numerous than most. What's going on? Let me be blessed, my darling Beatrice. Let us be blessed, my darling Beatrice. No one else can see your form, but I can. And if you're loved by a lot of people, I'm sure they'll all start seeing you too. We can all see if we have love. What? I don't know what's happening, but I'm really sad. What is she really? Yoshia-kun. Are we dreaming? Insane. What kind of joke is this? Well, Dr. Nanjo. I'll go call Dr. Nanjo. Koda, that is enough. Genji, shut up! Genji, who had been calm and silent through the whole thing, finally spoke, and those were the most reasonable words. Was it? Shut up, Genji! If he called Nanjo, then what? Not only was there no arm to take the pulse off. Oh, he disappeared. Is he disappeared forever? Is he not gonna be in the next episode? What is going on? What is going on? I thought we was gonna finish it, but we're never gonna finish it. It feels like chapter 17. Oh, we almost finished it. Couldn't track Lorelei. He should be erased from human set. Watch it. He should be not here. You guys are annoying. No dramatic effect at all. What about Beato being the perfect woman for Butler, and she have apparently memories of him saying it to her? Huh? And Beato saying to other Beatos, so maybe there was a real Beato? Oh. I'm going crazy. And I'm also sad. I'm also sad that she actually is his ideal woman. This is awful. This is the worst. Not only was there no arm, yes, he disappeared. Like this lost and melted snow greeting the warm sun of spring Karen's form, there was no longer even a trace. His form had sparkled with a spray of gold and vanished completely. Where? Where did he go? Where is Yoshio-kun? Yoshio-kun, Yoshio-kun, Yoshio-kun! Oh no, I'm gonna cry about Beatrice. So alone, my lady. No, Jessica. Karen-san. No one's eyes can see us any longer. That means that we are no longer in this world. However, we are right here. Is this gonna end? Is the episode gonna end on a really bad note and all the resolution gonna be in a question mark, question mark, question mark at the tea party? However, we are right here. You're right. We are here. For us, a body is nothing more than a cage made of flesh. There is no need to be sad. But I do feel sad for her. Jessica-san. This is all my sin. This is why furniture isn't supposed to love. What will you do now? Though I have lost my form, though I can no longer talk to her, and even though if Jessica even talks to me, I can do nothing except nod behind her back. I will be by her side. I think that's wonderful. What will you do? I want to save Butler's son from a locked room. A locked room? After looking a bit taken aback, Canon laughed gently. Beata, who hadn't expected to be laughed at, looked a little sore. Why are you laughing? This is very important to me. Help her! Help her! But it's a locked room. It's only a problem for humans who have bodies. Huh? Ah. We have already been released from our cage of flesh. How could a locked room hinder us? Are you sure about this? I mean, there's a chain lock, and a duct tape seals, and a red truth. I see. So you weren't from the world of pieces, but a being from a higher level world. That's probably why your limitations are different from ours. Oh well. Karen stretched. It looked as though he was about to head out somewhere. Kanan-san. Seeing as your fellow loser, okay, I'll go for you. I'll go to Quest's room in the mansion, let Butler-sama out, set the chain behind me and hide in the closet in its place. How about that? I'm glad for the sentiment. But even if you wanted to leave the cousin's room, Erika-san's seals mean... Unlike the next room over, the cousin's room where Kanan has been guaranteed to be complete locked room, even counting the windows. Not only did he have no way to save Butler, but he couldn't even escape himself. In this case, use your magic to give me power. My magic? Yeah, use your magic on me. Wait, I don't even know how. Aren't you Beatrice, the Golden Witch? I am a witch, but, I don't even know about locked room tricks, much less magic. Good grief. Okay, listen up, Beatrice. I only tell you this once. This is what a witch is. What a witch is? A witch is not the one who solves puzzles. Not the one who solves puzzles? Yeah, that's right. If you're a witch, why are you clutching at your head because of someone else's puzzles? That's not a witch's job, right? Kind of is funny, okay. Then what is a witch's job? Oh! Oh! Did you saw the 3 keys? Those were Gijinkas for... Those was for sure Gijinkas for these people. For... not you guys. For them. for this shit. How's it called? Aesfernjungfrau. For them, right? They look identical. It was one big key with a little thingy, look like a bishop, and Gertrude and Cornelia is two small keys for sure. Oh, so are you all Gijinkas for this shit? For this stuff? Cool, maybe. The Golden Witch I know use insane magic to create puzzles that baffled everyone and sneered at their conclusion. Create a horrible riddle that no one can get, spin everyone around and badmouth them. You weren't supposed to clutch your head agonizing over your opponent's puzzles. That's their job. Agonizing is my opponent's job. Don't worry about how to get the Sheremia Butler out of the locked room. A room locked by chain? What a joke! You need to create a much more spectacular ultimate locked room and make it so they're the ones agonizing. I'll even lend a hand. I'm not the one who agonizes. That's for them to do. It's about them. It's about time they recall the truther of Beatrice the Endless Witch, the one who can create endless locked room tricks of the most horrific kind. That can make more horrific kind tricks that can make even a demon of hell prostrate themselves in shock. A locked room even more horrific than Butler sounds? You already gotten our hands on one, weren't we? A horrific locked room. In the back of Beata's mind, images she remembered began to fleet by, one after another. The layout of a mansion, the guest house, the rose garden. Sure. Trick, mistake, mislead, taunt, trap, laugh together. Do you know about this trick? It was in a book I read once. Beata's eyes opened wider and wider. Countless lights circled around her, swallowing her up. And one more thing. What? There's no way for the Witch of a Locked Room to talk. Then, you think I should go for Warawa? Okay, cool. Red and Blue Truth. The marriage ceremony ended without any problems, and a reception was held inside the cathedral. Yay, Beata's back! As the goat demon sprouted raucously, Lenore could be seen leaning against a pillar, trying to escape from the noise. Then Gertrude appeared and whispered some kind of report to her. Is this true? For your attention, Assistant Inquisitor Cornelia is currently heading towards the scene. I suggest Lady Erika be contacted as well. Understood. I will tell her. Gertrude, contact the head of a ceremony security. Prepare for battle. As you wish. I apologize for interrupting your chat. I'm in charge of security for this ceremony. Huh? For me? Oh, what's going on? I told you that you were going too far. Champagne Tower bowling was always a bad idea. Oh, they're having fun. Time for the scolding. Giggle, giggle. Hey, Burn! Fine, what is it? Did I do something wrong? The reception desk was received an envelope from an unknown sender addressed to Lady of the Delta. I always ignore anonymous calls and letters. Just throw it away. Well, you see, this one's a little different. What the? How you told anyone you received this? No, only the two sisters at the reception desk, and I know I have already issued a gag order. The instant she saw the envelope, Lord Delta snatched away and lowered her voice. Those having fun, okay. Erika still had walked away and was apparently making fun of Erika. Erika was drunk, of course, and Bern was getting that way too. Or they are having fun. If they weren't left alone, they'd probably forget about this. It was true that the envelope has no sender written in it. Over the seal down on it is golden leaf. Is gold leaf. What? Fulfill the same purpose. That seal was... The delta hid behind pillar, ripped the envelope open, took out the letter inside and read. Her eyes instantly started to glint, and she grinned like a kid who just gotten a naughty idea. What is it to be done? The sniper team is carrying red warheads. If you give your permission, I will give the order to load them. What are you talking about? Do you realize how important these guests are? If a stray bullet hits one of these attendees, all the new Chester sisters will be sent straight from the factory to the guillotine for the next 10 years. Understood, ma'am. We will intercept with regular warheads. Shall we post lookouts around the 7 Sisters of Purgatory? Why would we need those? After all, the seven steaks and butlers are those Erga's furniture. Why would we post lookouts around our allies? Just make sure security is nice and tight. Just now we received a recommendation from Senior Assistant Inquisitor Gertrude suggesting that we make preparations for battle. Your reasons are unknown. From Gertrude? Then follow that recommendation. A party more fun once you lighten things up. Understood, ma'am. Squeaky chair? Too squeaky? It's making... Okay, sorry. Understood, ma'am. 00, calling Chester 17, Chester 38, Chester 45. Issuing code Air Alert. Standby level 2. 17, copy. 36, 38, copy. 45, understood. Wouldn't it be cooler if you just said copy, yeah? I panicked. Right, 45. Come over here a second. What is it? Hey, we're on duty. Oh. Are they smooching? Stop, don't play with my ears. Oh, they are. Your ears, better fold them down, yeah. What did you say? You're kidding, right? That's impossible. Cornelia is heading here now. The odds of Beatrice attacking here are completely high. I recommend suspending the reception and evacuating. What's going on, Erika? Something go wrong with the entertainment? No, my master, please continue to enjoy the reception. Hey, someone? Let's get Lady Costello some more dried plum wine. The question had come too fast for Erika to hide her agitation. When Berkestel saw this, she knew that her final late guest would soon be arriving. Beato? Lucina, I heard there been some movement in the guest house. The guest house? Who cares about the game board now? Well, they're saying that Karen could disappear from the cousin's room. What? Are you a moron? The cousin's room is a perfect locked room with the door and all the windows perfectly sealed. It's impossible for him to escape. No, I've investigated this column as well. There is no mistake. Karen was disappeared from the cousin's room. Oh, he probably hiding somewhere in the cousin's room, or else he's managed to trick everyone since the beginning and was never in this room to begin with. That's impossible. It's been guaranteed that everyone in the cousin's room except the specific names Erika read out loud back then. It's impossible for him to trick his way out of here. Sorry? How did he get past the Jungfrau seal barrier? No, first off, where on earth is Canon? Fight him at once! At that moment, the cathedral suddenly went black. Uh-oh! Time to steal! The surprised commotion of the guests filled the cathedral. She's here! She's here! 00 calling all Chesters. Code Air Alert! Chester 17, can you repair the electrical systems? Negative. Communication with the management staff will be severed. All Chesters, code red! Rock and roll! Copy, copy, copy. Understood! I mean copy! The sniper team at the cathedral all released their safeties at once. The entire security team down in the hall loaded their ammunition. Lady Erika, let us evacuate to the waiting room. It's dangerous here. What's dangerous? I'm the territory lord of this world! Why should I have to run away in fear? Gertrude, set up a VIP guard barrier. Call Cornelia back here at once. For your attention, this is underway. A barrier? I need to be wrapped up in one of your beautiful pathetic barriers while I'm wearing your wedding dress? How insulting! This disturbance made even Butler groan as he sat in the next seat like a doll. Even with his soul sealed, Butler probably realized that something strange was going on. Did he? She took her time, right, Lambda? Totally! She sure kept us waiting! Then, what was that just now? A love letter from someone? A fun letter from the Lambda-chan Spot Club. Lambda played dumb and munched some popcorn. When the lights finally turned on, it was clear that during the blackout, the Beatrice had snuck in somewhere nearby, possibly even inside the cathedral itself. The Whispering Goats attendees all realized it as well. Whose scheme was this, and what were they doing? Though it may have been imprudent, they were looking forward to this, and an excited chatter filled the cathedral. Look like she came! Gob! They let you come back too? Come on, putting me in jail is meaningless. True. But Richie, Butler's locked room, the cousin's room, and even the final possibilities the next room over have all been sealed. How are you planning to save Butler? Let us suppose that my lady has found some trick X. If so, she would inevitably have to march in here to trust that in Lady Erika's face. But against all of these Chester troops, I can't believe this many of them were hiding here. It's impossible. She'd be stoned to death. Rabbit ears could be seen poking out from around the hall. It was incredible that such a large number of them could remain hidden and unnoticed. If we can just get close enough to challenge Erika, she should be able to get herself and even fight. I see, that move. However, does Milady have that item with her? After all, she hated dealing with them and disliked it every time I repaired them for her. Oh fuck. Oops. Sorry. Dear me, she remains a troublesome one to the end. Amid the ground, Renov took something out and showed it. When Virgilia saw the object in his head, she understood its meaning. True, with that, it should be possible to stop the attack from the Chester troops. Well, if it doesn't work on Erika, we're through. The problem is getting her right in front of Erika, if only for a second. The Chester will probably prevent it with all they have. Leah, I'll bet you could give her the time to do that. Virgilia gave a small nod. However, the problem was the two Chester troops standing at her back. Since that time, she had been trying to jump out of the procession. She was being marked constantly. It was possible with Virgilia's vast magical power to momentarily take out all of the Chester troops in the cathedral. They would only gain a short bit of time, but it would be enough to confront Erika. The Chester troops knew this, so they kept a close eye on Virgilia with tense faces. At this moment, the great cathedral door was blasted to bits. She's here, she's here, she's here, she's here. Is she? Yay, gold butterflies. The fragments became a bright gold butterflies, which danced across the room in a beautiful blizzard of gold leaves. That golden stone slowly faded away. Then, at the entrance to the red carpeted path to the graves, to the calm, majestic figure. Guards, shoot to kill! Negative, conducting identity comparison. Lenore ordered the guards to shoot the intruders right away, but Chester 00 didn't comply. Was it because she had been warned about shooting this guest and was afraid of the consequences if she accidentally shoot a drunk guest who was disguised themselves as Beatrice as some sort of prank? Number 00 was just cool and calmly carrying out her duties. Oh, what a surprise, you know, I thought you weren't going to make it. The pair faced each other from either side of a long red... It looks so cool here! Of a long red carpet. However, in between them stood several dozen Chester honor guards. Took you quite some time to come here, you honored guest. You had us all quite worried, but I'm glad you managed to make it to the reception at least. Beata laughed. That chuckle made Butler's eyes quiver slightly. You... Oh, fake? No? Real? Real, maybe? Did I keep you waiting, Furuda Erika? I'm here to celebrate! Yay! Old Beata's back! She's so back! She had a fervent and evil presence about you, strong enough to make anyone shiver. Was it necessary for her identity to be confirmed? Who could possibly mistake this overwhelming presence? But... Beatrice! Beatrice! I fucked it up. See you in hell is a favorite party line of mine, but... Identity confirmed. It is great, Lady Beatrice. It seems we are here already. Furuda Erika. At the moment, the two Chester troops standing behind Virgilia slumped over and fell on the floor. Renov had touched the bases of their big ears from behind. It was clear that he applied some sort of magic. Someone find a doctor. This girl seemed to be ill. What is this? Music. Oh, it's good! All Chesters, open fire! Beata, no! Just an instant before the Chester troops could fire, Virgilia raised her arms to the heavens. What is going on? Oh, new transition! Your magical power was more enough to remind all present that your name has been at the height of your strength, became a spirit wave and exploded through the cathedral. The impact made the stained glass window shatter, and colorful glass shards poured down everywhere. Spirit particle wafer defense! Hurry and recovery! However, all of the Chester honor guards who didn't have spirit particle defenses toppled over like dolls. The ceiling sniper who were defended were able to avoid their systems going down completely, but it would take several minutes before they could recover. That span of time would be enough to reach Erika. However, Erika could be defeated in just a few minutes. There was no way they could carry Butler away at that time. What is this? Why is this soundtrack so weird? What should we use? Just such a large amount of weird different music. Damn. What should they use this precious time for? Beata dashed down the red carpet path. She ran down the path to the grave, which was lined by Chester troops lying just like corpses. Fuck. She had called this place hell. In this case, running from hell to the grave was actually going backwards. Beata's figure dashing through the corpse-ridden path truly symbolized her resurrection. Milady, take this! Got it! As she dashed, she snatched something from Renault's outstretched hands. There was no longer anyone blocking her path to Erika. However, at this instant, a golden thread came from in front of her and rapidly sewed through the red carpet toward her like a sewing machine. Cute. Oh, it's bunnies. Okay. We have a meddler. Roaring complete. Requested data, Nia. Fire radar targeted. Data link to 410. 410 was clever. She had predicted that Virgilia would go for a spirit particle attack and had folded over her ears and 45 beforehand. Ooh, that's what it was. They were the only ones that weren't taken out. I like them. They're cute. Firing! Once again, the golden sewing thread chased after Beata, waving like a sewing machine. It was as though an undulating golden snake was shooting after her. Imprudence! How dare you interfere at the moment so invaluable for my shutdown with Erika? Beata jumped sideways away from the red carpet and ran across the top of a long table covered with beautiful food. The gold snake chased her, sewing through the pure white tablecloth like a sewing machine, and scattering dishes left and right. The goat attendees ran about wildly, trying to escape. The cathedral was wrapped in pandemonium. I can't believe some sort of rabbits evaded the spirit particle attack. This is bad. With them in this position, there's nothing we can do. The pair of snipers, attacking from high above on the chandelier, which much farther away than Erika was, too far for Beata to reach. Furthermore, the poison couldn't have been worse for Beata, with the entire cathedral inside the range of fire. Too bad, nya, Beatrice-sama. The tricks of love are harsh, nya. 45, new magazine! This? Gab handed her the magazine. 45 always handed them over the wrong way around, so 4110 was a bit confused to have one handed her to her right way up. Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark? Nya! Nya! Let go, nya! Oops. I skipped the line. No matter how distant a position they might take, it was no problem for the elusive Gab. Gab twisted their long ears up, then trickled them with her thumbs. The Chester's greatest weapon was also their greatest weakness. The two... so true. The two doubled over with laughter. I've handed this too. But how many seconds do we have? The Chesters will be reactivating. In order... on the other chandeliers, even more powerful Chesters were slowly started to move again. It would be impossible to buy any more time. Ah, Gab, thanks, I'm in your debt. Don't forget to thank these guys too. Beato, good luck, hang in here. You don't have much time. Erika! Beato cuts through the crowd of scampering goats like Moses. Moses? Oh, Moses! I know Bible. You go to the street in front of her. The place where Erika and Butler were seated. Oh, so she debased herself while doing the shield. Oh, it was Gertrude. Just back then, a red barrier was created, blocking her path. This was a VIP garden barrier that Gertrude was set up. She stepped forward and laid out a last line of defense to block Beata's way. For your attention, note that you will not be allowed any closer. You think a wall like this can stop me? How long until the Chesters reactivate? Within 30 seconds? As the elders of the Seven Sisters of Purgatory, Lucifer stood invading behind the bride and the groom. She wanted to save Beata. If she could just distract Gertrude for a moment, the valve would disappear. However, the Seven Sisters were furniture. They served the Territory Lord, so they couldn't move to help Beata. The Lord glanced over to Lucifer. There was a queer stint in your eyes. You are not allowed to move except for the orders of your master. Oh. Who's our master? It's Erika now, idiot! No, our master is Butler-sama. True, Erika only speaks on his behalf. Oh, that's right, Ina-sama. Whose furniture are we? You're just too delicious. I'm gonna have a nibble. What are you eating? The red absolute barrier flickered for just an instant. Beelzebub's stake had pierced Gertrude's shoulder and her concentration had wavered, but it didn't break. Slow and expressionlessly, Gertrude turned to look at Lucifer. By whose orders? Note that Lady Erika had made no such order. I was bored. We do not have orders. The orders of our master. Hi, Butler. How can a master who cannot speak give orders? Excuse you, he can? Even without a word spoken, understanding your master will is the job of a furniture. Then it cannot be helped. The seven stakes shot at Gertrude at once. Gibbs was chosen to take all of those direct attacks, refusing to abandon the barrier until the last moment. So she was resistant enough to do justice to the name of Jungfrau, Iron Maiden, and took no damage at all. The attacks was more than enough to make her flinch and lose control of the barrier. Good work, my furniture! Beata shoots through the scattered red fragments of the barrier, and she was finally right in front of Bride, her rival, Erika. However, there stood the final shield protecting Erika. Death sentence Lenore! You're late. Its time is already up, Lady Beatrice. Chester 17, data link to all Chesters, incoming data from Archangel's satellites, home informer, verdict model, conceptual guidance. Chester 20, reactivation complete! Chester 127, reactivation complete! That time's up, nyeh. Stop that! No! Richie, good luck! He's trying to be... Lenore! Back off, Lenore Knox. This is not your fight. I have received the retros denying you from Labor Castell. I am afraid that this will become your grave. I do not know what Becastel had allowed you to say. However, I don't need to sit around and let that Launcer tell me. I play with you all you want later, but for now, back off. There is no time. The Chester have already finished reactivating. I'm only leaving for a bit of a borrowed time. You will be the one to retreat! You are the pitiable actor who had chosen their own time to appear on stage! Lenore's red longsword carried a large arc of absolute denial, which headed right to the crown of Beata's head. However, in an instant there was a trunk, and the sword was knocked lightly, of course. Beata didn't let this good fortune to go to waste. She slipped past the longsword, knocked Lenore aside, and finally stood right in front of Erika. This time, not a single person stood in her way. Oh. This is... popcorn? Where did it come from? For your attention, urgent request from the Bride security detail. Chester Sister and Special Guards, fire at the intruder immediately! I'm tired. The commotion quieted. However, no one fired. Why? They could have fired if they wanted to. All of the Chester troops had you fully in your sight and had remoted their safeties. Of course, all of them had finished reactivating. However, they hesitated to pull the trigger. Why are they not firing? Ceremony guards, immediately! Wait, look at that! Lenore's expression grew grim. Then she quietly put her longsword away. After all, Erika would have to make a decision. If she decided to ignore the thing in front of her, they could shoot to kill. However, if she picked it up, doing so would be unforgivable. So they couldn't pull the trigger until Erika decides. Why won't anyone shoot? Look closely. See that Beata just threw at Erika? Then the Delta pointed, still chomping down popcorn. Oh, a letter? Another letter, maybe? No? What could it be? I have no clue. It was... It was hard to see from the balcony. Beata had thrown something like a white handkerchief at Erika. It had fallen to Erika's feet. What was the white thing? White glove? She really knows that girl. She knows what it means to be main character. How interesting. The thing that hit Erika in the face and fell on the floor, the item Beata had gotten from Lenore was a white glove. Yo, they're dueling now, again. Hitting someone with a glove like this could only mean one thing. That was... Oh, Zafar, what is it? What does it mean? This is... a request for a duel. If she picks up the glove, it means she's accepted. But if she doesn't, the Chester will do the dirty work for her. Why? There's no need to pick it up at all. She can choose not to. However, I imagine that we and all the demons present would spread the word far and wide that she dishonorably ran away from a duel. She would be known for eternity as a coward who ran away from a duel of love. Beatrice waited firmly and composedly. If Erika just kicked it away, then that very instant the Chesters would probably all fire at once, turning her into golden embroidery. So Erika did not have to pick it up. However, she could not afford to be afraid of picking it up. After all, she was a true victor who had defeated Butler's Loctrum trick and logic. If she was the victor, she should have nothing to fear. So, if she was afraid of doing it, it would prove that she still felt a tinge of doubt about her victory. If I don't pick up, I can kill you without getting this clothes dirty. That'd probably line up your reception. However, you will pick it up. Huh? And why is it? I have brought a wonderful wedding gift, just perfect for you. You will want to know what it is. Therefore, you'll pick it up. Oh, new game? Not interested. Goodbye. You will pick it up. For the Loctrum I have brought you is one to put Butler's guest Loctrum to shame. A Loctrum that is simple, basic, and absolutely unsolvable. And you will want to hear about it. An absolutely unsolvable Loctrum? I know that you desire to accept my challenge. I know that because you are a detective. Yo! Erika threw off your wedding dress as though it was a cape! Yes! Though she was a bride, a peace, and a witch! Before any of those, first and foremost, I am a detective. I acknowledge you as my opponent. However, are you qualified to participate in this game? You have managed to fix the logic error, I assume. If you pick this glow up, I will prove that I have fixed it in my fight against you. Good! Oh, the cathedral was filled with noise. Erika had picked up the glove. A duel! A duel! A cathedral was wrapped in a bizarre excitement. I'm not excited at all. I'm normal. At Erika's notes, the Lord pushed the crowd away, leaving the pair alone. People were permitted to witness this duel. However, no one would be allowed to hinder it in any way. Oof. It's alright, Butler-san. I will already find a way to save you. How did you... I'm going to save you now. Please endure just a little longer. That resolve expression returned, and she grinned broadly, looking down at Erika. Yes, there could be no doubt. This was the expression worn only by the Golden Witch, the majestic presence of the Master of Loctrums. I'm so excited. A shadow dashed through the stormy rose garden. It was incredibly light and swift. The raindrops never touched him. No, he made no splashes in the countless puddles. His feet left no tracks in the mud. The rushing figure was Kanan. Then he ran up the stairs to the entrance of the mansion. He did not slow down in the slightest to open the door. He ran straight at it as though trying to break through and leap into it. So the door was shut. Even that couldn't stop Kanan. Yo! What? He slipped through the door, fell into the entranceway, and slowly stood up. Is it supposed to be like this? His body wasn't even wet. And as he recalled those nostalgic days spent serving the Uchinomiya family, which would never come again, he ran once more. He was heading for Butler's guest room. He ran past the servant room, through the entrance hall, and past the door to the parlor. Then the door to the kitchen and the dining hall came into sight. All of it bring back fond memories. There was the honor and discipline of serving Kinzo directly. However, that man wasn't strict all the time. When the family was out of sight and he didn't even have to preserve the air of majesty, his way could turn unbelievably childish, and he would sometimes ask me to have part in strange pranks. The master let me shoot lots of guns, didn't he? It was pretty fun. Kraus-sama was actually surprisingly kind. He must have gotten the impression that the master bullied me a lot. Whenever I was only one around, he would talk to me in a very familiar way, almost as if he was a classmate of mine. I sort of regret that I held back and never did anything but nod in return. Madame was a really strict person. Even since rumors spread about her being strict on the female servants but soft towards male servants, ooh, I get the feeling she viewed me as an enemy. What? However, she was also a woman to be pitied. It's true. Oh, Kinzo was okay, Kraus was okay, but Madame, she was only to be pitied. What the fuck? Excuse me, I feel like both Kinzo... Okay, Kraus not that bad. But Kinzo, excuse me? On many occasions when she was alone, I saw her shoulders sagging from her burdens. There was a lot of servants, wasn't there? Some lasted a short while, others longer. Genji-sama is the other person fit to be called my father. I'm both grateful and resentful towards him over many things. Over time, all those feelings mixed together cancel out and left me with a natural emotion. In this case, Kumasama-san could probably be called my mother. She helped me out so many times. I always wanted to replace her someday, and now I've lost the chance for all time. Shannon is my big sister. Without her, I wouldn't have been able to be me. Thanks for teaching me that the ocean is blue. Goda? I hate this guy. No! Still, when I complimented his servants too, he would sometimes turn red and tell me there was enough a second. I didn't dislike that part of him. I wonder why such strong memories popped out in the short time it took me to run past the dining hall. And then, my memories of Jessica. Oh, so you're a boy servant. How old are you? I think these were the first words she spoke to me. Come to think about it, she was probably interested in me ever since then. We really did have enough time to build up a love that could have been compelled with a love that could have competed with the love between George-sama and Shannon. Please, can you finish this scene? I wanna pee. But since I only see the Great Sea, I wasted almost all of the time. What does she likes about me? What do I like about her? I get the feeling that we were really able to clarify that ourselves. Never. No, she told me. There is nothing wrong with spending more time together to eventually find that out. The reasons for love could have come later on. It took me far too long to realize that. Now I think I can accept it. I know why Shannon warned the door. God must have been watching. You had so much more courage than I did, and God didn't abandon you. I reached the hallway with the guest rooms. There was someone lying on the ground. It was Butler. He was lying just outside the guest room and chain tied to his neck. He had probably struggled to do something with a chain lock from the outside until his second consciousness. His fingernails on both hands had been torn off, and they stained with blood. I could tell at a glance just how hard he tried until the final moment, but his heart had died. Oops. The collar bringing him wouldn't disappear unless the chain lock was set, biting him. Fuck. Butler-sama, it's alright. I'm going to save you now. Ah. Butler responded faintly. He'd probably never imagined that help would come to his internal locked room. He was so scared that it might be an auditory hallucination brought about by his feelings delusion, by his fleeting delusions, and he couldn't be easily roused. Kanan grabbed Butler from behind and dragged him into the room. The inside of the room was terrible. Meh. Oh, I really need to be 5 minutes, a break. Be right back. Actually, why don't I eat something real quick? So maybe a little longer than 5 minutes? Please wait for me. See ya. I forgot I need to mute. Oh shit, hold on. Is it working? Hello? Sorry? I was on break. Huh? Did I break my mic? Did I accidentally destroy it while trying to set it up? Oops. Huh. Nope, it's fine? Okay, good. Okay, I'm back to reading Umineko. The windows had been brutally shattered, and the wind and the rain had made its way into the room. All kinds of tools of furniture lay broken here. However, Butler hadn't smashed them out of rage. Ooh. The curtain had been removed and torn to shreds, which had been twisted together. He had turned it into rope, probably by experimenting to see if he could use it for some trick. He had tried using everything in this room, exploring all possible options to escape. The traces could be seen throughout the room, and even in the bathroom. The empty bathtub was stained with just a bit of blood, and nippers lay here on the bottom. To protect this tale, he had nearly been prepared to accept Bercastel's brutal method of escape and cut himself into pieces while washing himself down the drain. He was even willing to tear apart his own body to protect the game Beat had trust in him with. He had probably questioned himself over and over in this bathtub, wondering if there was any other way out. By the clock of a game world. It's not even a single day passed. Really? Okay. However, just how many years had this lasted in a locked room of a logic error? When faced with an endless span of time, any way of ending it, no matter how cruel, is tempting. However, he had rejected that until the very end. And even in the last moment, when his heart had died, he had worried so much to show his iron will to escape from the locked room, that he had chosen to fall here in the corridor with a chain still around his neck. Butler-sama, it's Kanan. Please, come to your senses. He wiped Butler's face with a towel wetted in a sink. In response to this cold sensation, Butler's heart slowly started beating again. Oh, he's alive. That's nice. Kanan-kun, is it you? Yeah, it's me, Kanan. You did well to endure until today. Is this normal, Butler? Oh, it is, okay. Look like I slept in just a little too much. Butler realized that the feel of the tower on his neck meant that the cursed collar and chain were gone. There is no longer anything biting you here. Come on, please head back quickly. But if I unset the chain lock, the chain will come back. Don't worry, no longer does any chain exist to bind you, Butler-sama. I will remain here. What did you say? By now, Butler knew the terror of this internal locked room better than anyone else. So his happiness at being able to leave was overwhelmed by his shock at the determination of this room's new prisoner. I will be fine, there is no need to worry. But... Butler-sama, isn't there still something you have to do? Go back, quickly. There is someone fighting in your place. And there is someone awaiting your return. Will you do it again? Not come back? His stern words and gaze shoot straight through Butler. Are you sure? Yes, that will be fine. This way, I can repay my debt from back then. Debt? Do you owe me something? It isn't a debt I have with you, Butler-sama. It's okay, so go. I don't like keeping debts. Go quickly. You must not keep her waiting this time. So quickly! Butler couldn't argue back anymore. He silently bowed his head, unset the chain, and opened the door. Kanan had remained in the room, so no chain appeared about Butler's neck. Is Kanan gonna be here forever? He could leave this locked room just by running out. The happy-sounding voices that he had heard at the far end of the corridor had been replaced with an excited chatter. There must have been some sort of strange disturbance going on. As Kanan went out into the corridor to see me off, the merciless collar and a chain had already captured their new prisoner. He would remain inside this eternal locked room in Butler's place. Kanan-kun, I feel the same. About what? I don't like keeping debts. I'll definitely repay you, and I'll do it soon. I hope I can count on it. Go on, run. Run to the one you love. And please, never get lost again. Butler would not run around any longer. He ran with everything he had. He ran out into the corridor, whose worm he had cursed so many times that cursed chain no longer bound him. He ran to the end of the corridor and beyond the light. Kanan, still connected to the chain, watched him go, when quietly returned to the guest room. Now, he only had to worry about his own job. Stay in this room and fix the error of logic. Oh, now Kanan has to do it. Okay. Now, I said the chain lock. Could he do it? As soon as he said it, the chain disappeared from his neck. Now, if he hid in a closet, the one place Erika hadn't checked, the broken logic would be fixed. That closet door opened slowly. It was well oiled and opened without a sound. It was cramped inside and dark. This tiny space is the final place for me. As long as I remain hidden in here, the logic will be preserved. That's an easy job. Easier than carrying out those roses. Kanan entered the closet and closed the double door from the inside. Rip. As soon as he did, a small gold butterfly appeared, melted into the darkness of a closet and vanished. It must have been a sign that the logic has been fixed. The witch's game had already stopped, and the clock of the world of the pieces would never tick again. So, for eternity, no one would come to save him from this place. That's okay. This way, I've paid back my debt, Beatrice. The power of a gold butterfly brooch taught me about love. In the third game, it gave me some quiet time alone with Jessica. I let the feeling it did many other small things to me. At any rate, now I've paid back all my debts. I owe nothing to anyone. I've owed nothing to anyone, and no one owes anything to me. That music tape Jessica lent me, I never get that back, did I? That's okay, isn't it, Jessica? I like this one. Can I keep it as a present? No, but you make a copy for me? Slowly, Kanan's body began to melt into a cloud of gold butterflies. Oh no. And after the inside of the cramped dark closet glittering like a gold planetarium. It faded away like the light of fireflies and was painted over with a pitch blackness for all eternity. Music of the end of a chapter? This is the end? No way. Oh, phew. Okay, we're back. That's nice. The chapter ended not on a cliffhanger, yeah? In the cathedral, the goat attendees were all jousting around either side of a red carpet. On the red carpet, standing across from each other, were Beata and Erika. In their hands was a dueling pistols given to them by the Far and Furfur. Oh, are they doing it just now? They're shooting each other in the middle of wedding? Okay. Flintlocks, are they? How old-fashioned. Paid no mind. Demons are very particular about style. Its form was very similar to an actual old-fashioned gun, but this was, of course, a demon's gun. Sure. This was a gun that would propel a lead bullet with an explosion caused by gunpowder. Like the pistol used in a duel between Shan and Kanan, those bullets had contained the magic that would always kill. Fuck. Sorry. These pistols also had bullets that were not made of lead. Oops. Beata? There is no need to worry. She'll win easily, and you'll have to deal with her insult again, Leah. When this match is over, we should ask to be paid every now and then. When the fight is finished with, I would like to take a trip down to the Caribbean sometime. Caribbean. Enough talk about when the fight is over. That's an ill omen before a duel. Beato, take it seriously. There is no time to be standing around laughing. Why is Richie relaxed and Leah tense? You two... All together. Beatrice-sama, you can do it! Yo. Beatrice-sama is at disadvantage at this duel. Why? Normally, a witch can put up a fight by pulling mystery upon mystery. However, since the game had been suspended, she has nothing on her side except the mystery of Butler-sama's guest room. If Erika can just strike a blue wedge through that one mystery, it means that she'll solve everything. We can win. I believe in Beatrice-sama and Butler-sama. Our two masters. Did you call me? Thanks. For once, it feels as though our chances for winning are 50-50, so I'd like to thank you beforehand. It is simply my job. There is no need to thank me. In the last game, when you protected me after my pathetic defeat, I was touched. That was the first time in my life that anyone had ever protected me. Even my master had never done so. All she gave me was a way to negate the pain of naked truth by laying bare truths of others, and causing them just as much pain. Please forgive my arrogance. I felt that I need to protect you. As soon as I realized that this fragile truth you live by, and how much it had been violently abused by fiction that sounds more plausible, I wanted to protect you. Thank you. Our time together was short, but you were a wonderful partner. And I will remain so. You're right. Once we defeated her, let's make tons of mysteries of this island together. I'll have you solve them and tease you as we play. How does it sound? It sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to your challenge. No, sorry. I take it back. I'll be the one of those loser flags, wouldn't it? Uh-oh. Erika gonna die. Oh no. Now, are you ready, duelists? The two demons clapped their hands. The duelist instantly returned to the bold, tense smiles. The bullets to be loaded into those magical guns are not lead. A shootout between mystery and fantasy should be fought with bullets of a red and blue truth. As long as you possess truth, your bullets are endless. However, being hit by a single one means instant death. Are you both prepared? Oh, it's different duel, asked from Shan and Kanan. Naturally. Of course. What is this emote? It's Pikachu eating ramen. I respect it. Lady Lemegeton, the great and powerful witch of certainty and a member of glorious senate, please come forward. Will you swear to observe this duel? Why is always Lambda? Of course, I swear it. The crowd split and Lemegeton walked towards the castle by her side. She looked between the faces of the two duelists. Then she took out one envelope with a seal of a one-winged eagle and laid it high. Beatrice had sent me her visions of the tale inside the sealed envelope. I had inspected it and found its contents to be valid. I declare logic error averted. The chain lock is still set. and without any contradiction was any red truth made up to this point. Chatter. The many goat attendees knew the details of a butler's locked room. They realized how difficult it was, and though fiery debates had swept across the crowd during the reception, no one had been able to find an answer, and now it was clear that Beatrice had already reached one. Therefore, this duel is legitimate. It will center around one single point. The locked room of Butler's guest room, which Remia Butler disappeared from within a locked room sealed by a chain lock. Erika will load her weapon with blue truths regarding the matter. Beatrice will load her red truths to counter them. The duel will continue until one side is victorious. Splendid. Perfect. Okay. Well done, Beato. Present your new revised tale and riddle to Erika. The cousin's room was also a locked room. Kanan used magic to escape from here without breaking the seals. He then arrived at Butler's locked room and used magic to allow Butler to escape. What a foolish tale. Good! Erika, is there anything you wish to confirm? Repetition requested. The one who rescued Butler was, without a doubt, Kanan. Very well. The one who rescued Butler was, without a doubt, Kanan. Repetition requested. Butler and Khan are different people. Very well. Butler and Khan are different people. See? She says this perfectly, but Butler never said a whole ass sentence in red. He always said some fucking bullshit. I hate it. Why she does it? That's enough. Erika, are you done confirming things? That's all that I need. I already decided how to fight. Okay, let's both set loaded bullets. Erika turned around, pressed her finger against the barrel of a pistol, made her blue truth into a bullet and pushed it in. There was no rule saying that she was to turn away, but she didn't want her expression to be red. Or it might have been because she couldn't stand the tension of looking at Beato's bold smile. Beato had already finished loading her red truth. She waited for Erika to finish game calmly, puffing on her pipe. Then she looked at Butler, who sat on the throne of the Territory Lord, right next to the two witches who sat as the witnesses to this duel. Butler's consciousness was still hazy. However, he apparently understood that Beato had come to the duel for his sake, so that he could be saved. Why is his consciousness still hazy? What is he doing? It was all he could do is just look at Beato with those sluggish eyes, but a fluid of emotions passed between them. There was no need for words. A look was enough for them now. Erika closed her eyes tightly, her fingers still up against the barrel. At this moment, his tiny powers of concentration made all the distractions on the outside world disappear. Good! My concentration is as sharp as ever. Are you ready, me? Furoda Erika. First, let's lay out our situation. Butler disappeared from that locked room. The chain lock is set. Did he disappear by magic? Of course not. There has to be a trick. Kanan didn't save him with magic. He just came, took Butler's place, and set the chain. Everyone knows this much. The problem is what comes next. No, it's actually what comes before. Kanan was in the cousin's room in a guest house. That room was completely sealed with a duct tape, and it had been proven that the seal was in effect until the time of the logic error. In other words, Kanan escaped from a locked room that was absolute, with no excuses or twisted logic possible. Good! This is why she called it a simple yet ultimate locked room. How did she escape from a perfect locked room known as the cousin's room? If I fixated on this question, that would be no better than your average kid detective. That room is a perfect locked room, so there is no way to escape. In other words, trying to think of a way that Kanan could have escaped from the cousin's room is simply a waste of time. He wasn't here in the first place, something like this? The real question is how Kanan could have been somewhere other than the cousin's room at the time it was sealed. The cousin's room is a completely sealed can. If he was in here when it was sealed, then it's already game over. This means he was already outside at the time it was sealed. But didn't Butler confirmed everybody's position before? How is this supposed to work? I checked everyone's location at the time we were sealing rooms. Yep, that check we performed must be suspect. At the time, I had just been inside the next room over and confirmed the presence of 5 people there with my own eyes. Hideyoshi, George, Kumasawa, Shannon, Nanjo. Oops. Get back. I specifically listed the names of those 5 people when performing the location check for a locked room and received confirmation that they were in here. Then I checked to see whether everyone else was in the cousin's room and had that confirmation for me as well. I said everyone, so whether he was Karan or Yoshi or even Puru Pikoman, they all should have been sealed in the cousin's room. It seemed perfect. However, though that word everyone seemed perfect, something's fishy. The exact same definition of this phrase everyone else is all people whose names I did not mention directly. In other words, there are exceptions. What did you specifically? How is this possible if you specifically confirmed it with Butler? What did you? Okay. For example, it's been confirmed that Hideyoshi and George were in the next room over, so humans with the name Hideyoshi or George don't need to be inside the cousin's room. It seemed that Karan told Jessica that his real name was Yoshia, but that was no red truth. In other words, what if Karan's real name is the same as the one of those in the next room over? They would switch places with someone like George or something? They seem to be about the same age, so let's use George. So what if there were 2 Georges in this room? That doesn't violate the red truth saying that. Hideyoshi, George, Kumasawa, Shan, and Nanju are in the next room over. Let's say that Karan's real name was Tanaka George. George's name is Tanaka? Both Ushiromiya George and Tanaka George. Ushiromiya George and Tanaka George could exist. Oh. Fuck. I'm sorry. Let's say Karan's real name was Tanaka George. Okay. Both Ushiromiya George and Tanaka George could exist in this room at the same time. In other words, there were 6 humans with 5 names. It looked to my eyes as though there was only 5 people in the next room over, but a 6th person, Kanan, was hiding somewhere. I don't have the detective's authority, so it wouldn't be that difficult for him to fool my eyes and hide. I see, the double name trick. Stupid, so stupid. Alright, I made my logic. Kanan, who was hiding in the next room over, not the cousin's room, left by the window after the seals were placed. Shoot. Bang. Oh. There was an explosion at the barrel of your gun, starring the tip of your finger red with blood. The blood truth gunpowder had exploded. Damn it. I had Lenore seal that one a short while ago. I told you to ban any blue truths arguing about the windows of the next room over, so I can use it. Aww, an accidental discharge? Careful now, guns can be dangerous. Chuckle, cuckle. Shut up! It's just a little mistake. The window of the next room over. You blocked them off with some insane trick I hear, Gab told me. Did she now? And so what if she did? Lenore, remove this foolish seal. Cuckle. That seal is now your shackle. Beato had figured out everything I've been thinking, and she's acting so confident, telling me to go ahead. I still don't understand how seals works. Seal is a piece of tape that they glue to the windows and doors, so they would see how windows and doors opened at all, ever. Basically. And she's acting so confident, telling me to go ahead and use that argument. Lady Erika, please remove it. That fool. I make you regret this. New transition? Really long one. It seems you are ready, duelists. Please let's face each other with your pistols. Then fire will spark of truth. After facing away and burying herself one last time, Erika spun around. Beata had been facing her since the beginning. She has a confident, challenging smile, as if she'd keep waiting. Then, without any signal, the two slowly raised their guns, pointing the red and blue glints and hit between the barrels at each other. Come! I could do a little fun! Begin! First is how Conan escaped from the cousin's room. I'll use that as my bullet. So we'll start from here. Let's have it. And hold nothing back. Here I go. After holding the gun high and pointing it at Beata once more, Erika pulled the trigger with statement of red and blue truth. The cousin's room is a guarantee to be perfect locked room until the end, so if Conan really had been in this room, it would have been impossible for him to escape. In other words, Conan was not in the cousin's room at the time he was sealed. Conan's name is an alias. His real name is still unknown. If his name appeared to be the same as anyone in the next room over, that would contradict the check on who was in that room. In other words, it's possible for him to be in the next room over, not the cousin's room. Wait. Is this gonna be connected to Conan and Shannon being the same person? Is this where it's going? Maybe? We still don't know for sure if they're the same person. The god attendants chattered and clapped their hands in realization, as to say, of course, I didn't think of that. I love watching this. I love being surrounded by the chatter. After all, I am a detective. It's true that the next room over was sealed. But at the time of a logic error, only the doors were checked to see whether the seals were preserved. Therefore, there's a chance that the window seals are broken. Oh, now you're using the truth that you didn't allow people to use before, huh? Karan was in the next room over and he escaped through this window. Ouch, sorry. That's all! Any other theory would be impossible. If it doesn't work, then there is no truth left. As soon as she said that is all, both of them fired at the same time. After the blast ran out, it was Erika's gun that fell onto the floor. Beata's red bullet had knocked Erika's gun from your hands. It was it arrogance or confidence? If she had just aimed that bullet at Erika's heart, the whole thing would have been over. Beata had missed on purpose. There was a confident smile on her face. It was as though she was offering to play with Erika a little longer. In fact, that was Beata through and through. Beatrice, the witch who mocked others with unsolvable locked-room tricks. At the time the next room over was sealed, Hideyoshi, George, Kumasawa, Shannon, and Nanji were in it, and the number of people in the next room over was 5. No one existed here except for those to whom those names refer. Every name has been just one person that it belongs to, and no one can go by the name that is not theirs. Still not disproves the theory that Shannon and Kanan can be one person, you know? It was certainly merciless red truth. It really was severe. Now that it had been limited to 5 people, any leeway for Kanan hiding here had been completely denied. Since only those to whom those 5 names referred existed within the room, Erika couldn't even make a new theory by suggesting that one person held 2 names so that the 5 names referred to only 4 people. Since only those to whom those 5 names referred existed within the room, Erika couldn't even make a new theory by suggesting that one person held 2 names, so that the 5 names referred only to 4 people, and allowing for Kanan to sneak in even though his name wasn't on the list. Furthermore, the part about how every name was just one person that it belongs to, and no one else can go by this name that is not theirs, was a fatal blow that cut down countless theories. Hold on, again. Every man has just one person that it belongs to, and no one can go by a name that it's not theirs. Oh, okay. Okay. Come to think of it, you only know the half sleeping me from the past game, don't you? What do you think, Erika? How do you like the game of the Golden Witch? That's insane. Are you saying that Karan slipped out of the room by magic? More importantly, why did you only knock my gun away? The human side must crush all the witches' riddles, whereas the witches' side need only to crush the human theories once. Don't you find it unfair? So I decided to have it be even. Even? I've decided to remake my victory condition to be destruction of all of your theories. I'm on the riddle of Canon's escape, but there's one more. Let's return to the first battleground, where you gave Butler so much trouble. Magic real. Nah, is it? When Beata snapped your fingers, the guest room of Butler's was reconstructed. She meant to find once more in the room that had threatened Butler with a logic air, determined to settle things once and for all. Erika, pick up your gun. We'll have this room to be a coffin. I say the same for you. I'll make you regret even giving me this chance. Witness. I permit Erika to use X. X? A basis which doesn't need to be explained? So, what are you going to let you do? I relieve Erika of your obligation to explain how Kanan escaped from this locked room, and permit you to involve him in a blue truth concerning this guest room trick without explanation. If a theory for explaining how Kanan saved Butler did not also explain how Kanan escaped from his own locked room, it would have no basis. Erika had already lost their basis. Beata was giving her a handicap by saying that she didn't need to explain this part. Naturally! You'll already use the red truth to guarantee that Kanan saved Butler! It's only natural that we given this privilege! Erika faced away again and concentrated even harder. Although twisting the knob on a radio, she turned all noise and idle thoughts down to zero. And? Let's go, Furudo Erika. Detective Furudo Erika! As long as Kanan reached this place, rescuing Butler isn't hard. The trick is as follows. Kanan used some kind of escape trick X to reach the front of a guest room. While it was busy in the bathroom, Butler left the closet. Butler entered the chain lock. Butler went outside. Kanan entered in his place. Kanan set the chain lock. Kanan went to a closet. The end. This satisfied the two red truths about the chain lock being set in Butler's absence, and in exchange for this escape trick, Kanan remains inside the guest room. There is no room for argument on how tightly this room can act as a locked room. The chain is cursed. It was the demonic locked room. One person must remain as a sacrifice for it to be acceptable. However, is such a simple theory really enough? The rescuer switched places with him, and the rescuer is hiding in the closet. No other sort of theory is possible, and yet Beata thinks she can win. In this case, does some other trick exist? It's impossible! I swear in the history of a mystery genre that it's absolutely, definitely, categorically no other way! But I will never be able to catch myself a detective if I give in here. Consider, imagine, don't stop thinking. That's how you drive blue wedges into witches. One thing I can think of. Yes, a wordplay trick. If it can only be some kind of wordplay. Also now you're saying that wordplay is acceptable in here. That just barely slips through of a net of words spoken in red. In this case, I'll crush all possibilities. I'll crush them all with repetition requests. This final duel has already begun, even though we haven't pulled out triggers yet. I have no clue what's going on. Repetition requested. At the time Butler was rescued, only Connor entered the guest room. I acknowledge it. At the time Butler was rescued, only Khan entered the guest room. I believe that was the whole point. Repetition requested. From the time I entered the room to the time of a logic error, Butler, Khan, and I were the only ones who entered or exited the room. I acknowledge it. From the time you entered the room for the first time of logic error, you, Butler, and Khan were the only ones who went in or out of a guest room. Repetition requested. This refers to 3 people. I acknowledge it. It refers to 3 people, you, Butler, and Kanan. Confirm definition. Can I accept 3 people to mean the number of bodies? You were saying that 3 bodies went in and out of the room, right? I heard enough of things being mixed up about with names and numbers of people. I want this point to be clear. Of course, 3 people, in other words, 3 bodies, went in or out. You and Khan entered, and only Butler left. It was already been said and read that every name has just one person that it belongs to, and no one can go by a name that it's not theirs. Therefore... Is this a lie? It had already been said and read that every name has just one person that it belongs to, and no one can go by the name... Is it only for this chapter? Because it's not... Because that's a lie if it's not for this chapter. Because chapters before... I mean episodes. Episode before had the person who was going around with a name was that not theirs, supposedly. Therefore, for each of the names, Erica, Butler, and Cannon, only that single person can go by that name. Repetition requested. I am not the rescuer. Of course! You are the detective, are you not? Worry not, I will respect this. Confirm definition. How do you define rescuer? This is also important. I want to immediately remove the possibility that I rescued him accidentally. A rescuer means someone who reset the chain lock after Butler undid it. It does not matter whether they intended to save Butler or not. Ooh. Since she said, after Butler undid the chain lock, it is impossible for this to have occurred before I set foot in the room. After this point in time, I would not undo the chain for all eternity. After all, the game was suspended at this point. Therefore, it's impossible for me to have been the rescuer accidentally. More, I can boil it down even more. The chain can only be set from the inside. It's impossible for a person to escape on their own. Therefore, we know that Butler didn't escape by himself. And I'm not the rescuer. Only Kanan can be a rescuer. Plus, Beata has already said that Kanan is a rescuer in the Red Truth. There is nothing to doubt. There is no room for anyone but Kanan to be involved, at least so far. Repetition requested. This definition of going in and out is closing the boundary between the guest room and the area outside it. Acknowledge it. Repetition requested. The phrase guest room includes all of the bedroom, the bathroom, and the closet. Acknowledge it. Okay, she does say acknowledge it, and she does not repeat. Okay, acknowledge it is valid. Okay. I have no intention of wriggling out of this by saying the closet isn't a part of a guest room. Confirm definition. The inside of a guest room is divided into 3 sections: the bedroom, the bathroom, and the closet. I also recognize it as such. Furthermore, you have already confirmed with the Red Truth that 2 of those sections, the bedroom and the bathroom, and no one hiding in them. Repetition requested. There is someone in the closet. I decline. Ooh. What's that? Because Kanan is hiding here? Kanan can't use magic. It's true that he hid himself in a closet for a time, but he then immediately vanished with magic. So there is no one in the closet. I cannot respond. I request for it to be repeated instead. Fool, the witch's side has no obligation to explain how they did things with magic. No, it's completely obvious. There is no way she can say that Kanan disappeared with magic using the Red Truth. After all, magic doesn't exist. But is it enough? I've gone through every last minor detail. And yet there's an uncanny lack of dubious points. I can't imagine that there is any room for anything to go any differently from the theory I've had since the beginning. Kanan mustn't be in the closet. He has to be. There's no way he isn't. I'll say it again. This locked room can only be escaped from the switching places with a rescuer. If Kanan tried to escape as well, another rescuer would be needed. However, no rescuer exists for Kanan. Ouch, squeaky chair. Sorry. Oops. Butler escaped, so it's impossible for it to be him. And I won't undo the chain for all eternity. And the people who have gone in and out of the room have been confirmed both by name and number of people. Which means my theory is set in stone. First, here are the details in the situation. Funny taken out of the context. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, it's a delay. I already forgot everything. First, there are the details of the situation that are certain. This game ended while I was inside the guest room, so I did not undo the chain lock that I previously said. So it can be that he escaped behind my back after I left the room. Furthermore, the chain lock was set at the same time I entered the room. No one could have left the room during the few seconds between the time I entered and the time I chained the lock. What? He's supposed to do it before? I sealed the guest room at the time I examined Butler's corpse. So until I came again and broke the seals, it was absolutely impossible for anyone to go in and out. Okay, it was magic. I have no idea. Therefore, it's certain that Butler was hiding somewhere inside the guest room at the time I entered it. The only chance Butler had to escape... Okay. Kind of in the closet, yeah. I mean... The only chance Butler had to escape that after I broke the seals... To be even more specific, he had no chance to escape except for the time I was in the bathroom. By the above premises, Butler's trick to escape with a chain still set as follows. As for the aforementioned reasons, the only one who could have set the chain lock, which can only be set from the inside, and allowed Butler's escape, is Conan, the only person to enter this room except for me and Butler. After Conan entered this room, he set the chain, hid in one place that he could not hide inside the guest room, the closet. Ah! Whoa, that was close! They almost got me! They almost tricked me! I thought they had cornered him in a closet. It's the opposite! They're trying to make me think he's in a closet. What was the order in which I searched the guest room? First the bedroom. We confirmed with the rat that there was nothing here. Then the bathroom. We confirmed with the rat that there was nothing here. There. That's it right here. Right there. Uh-oh. When we examined the bathroom, there was nothing there. However, while I was investigating the bathroom, Karen slipped out of the closet and hid again somewhere in the bedroom. In other words, the guarantee that no one was in the bedroom was torn apart after just 1 minute. I've spotted it! This is a witch's trap, an attempt to lure me into thinking that Khan's in the closet. The place he's really hiding is the bedroom. She's so wrong, probably. She's so wrong. She's gonna giggle. Giggle, 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 giggle. I found it. I finally found it. Your trick. Did she? Take a moment. Oops. This was a close one. I done and said there is nowhere to hide except inside the closet. She said, too bad, the closet's empty. Huh? No, wait. It worked the same way in reverse. I see. Now I get it. It's an interchangeable logic trick. Damn it. Damn the Beato, so in resolving the logic error, she discovered this strange trick. If I only noticed the closet, that she'll have Conan hide under the bed. And if I only noticed the bed, she'll have Conan hide in the closet. Oh, really? Both are correct, yet choosing either one means losing. I have to expose both at the same time, or it's checkmate. Incredible. I've never heard of such an ultimate trick that's so dumb. If this was a magical stage trick, I'd just be a cheap one. It was a mystery. It'd just be cheating. However, in the witch's game, it's a legitimate logic trick. It's stupid. It's silly. It's not stupid, it's silly. In chess, we call it a double check. No, it is covered attack. No, it is covered double checkmate. Even though this sort of logic would be a full trick in the mystery genre, in this world where witches wage war with mystery, that's a regal position. It is. The beautiful placement of black peas cornering my white king feel almost like art, a work of such beauty that if I were a god of the age of myth, I might wish to display it in the sky as a constellation. That beauty even brought tears to my eyes, so dramatic. For the first time, I feel honored. Really, Erika? You think this smart? And it brought you to your tears? To have been followed to participate as a human in a game of truth against a witch, and she's gonna try to use it, and it's gonna get fucked for sure. And ironically, it taught me A person who had already believed that there is only one truth. The truth isn't necessarily always singular. If I just broaden my perspective, I can see completely different truths. And though each of those truths are true, both are incorrect if they're all you can see. In my life until now, just how many truths have I turned my eyes away from? Oh, it's reference to your boyfriend. Because I was blinded by some trivial truth. This is the truth of this world. Because of your arrogance in thinking that only one truth exists, whenever we find one truth, we are blinded by all the others. Thank you, Beatrice-san. I never thought that a witch would be the one to teach me the true nature of this world. Yeah, I have no idea what she's talking about. And her trick is completely different from what Erika gonna say. Slowly, with a soft and gentle motion, like a flower opening, with the morning dew dripping down its side, Erika raised her gun. I am the victor. I've seen through a double check. Then come. Butler's guest room disappearance trick is as follows. While I searched the room, Butler was hiding in the closet. Then during the disturbance in the bathroom, he unset the chain and escaped from the room. At that time, Kanan was waiting for him in the hallway. Kanan entered the guest room and placed on the set chain. This is the trick of Butler's disappearance. And afterwards, he hid in the bedroom. This happened after I checked to see where there was no one except in the bedroom, so it is valid. In this way, Kanan the rescuer concealed himself in the bedroom. Isn't it the other side? Oh no, it's Erika's side. Okay. Erika Blue's bullet flew in a strange arc, became a wedge of a blue truth, and pierced straight down through the bed and the floor beneath. Beata didn't pull her trigger. However, she did quietly argue back with one red truth. Kanan does not exist in the bedroom. The goaded attendees gasped. It appeared as though Erika had been defeated, denied by the red truth. To go who can't see more than a single truth would probably look as though I've lost. Next is a real one. This is the answer from human capable of understanding multiple truths. It looks like the tale of fantasy will end with a second twilight. So why don't you carry out remaining twilights? And open the door to the Golden Land. If your heart disappear, then it should be surrounded by your golden roses. Blue screen, okay. The fires of blue truth flashed at Erika's feet, and she loaded the blue truth bullet once more. That overflowing blue power was now making her entire gun burn with a blue flame. Not the goat. She wasn't aiming for Beato, she was aiming behind Beato. At the closet! Now that the bedroom has been denied, you're nowhere left to run. Die, Kanan! Yo. Great delivery. What? What is she doing? The 5 wedges. What? Huh? It was said in red that Kanan does not exist in the bedroom. What's... Oh, because bedroom and the closet is different places? Oh, and it confirmed... Okay, I'm sorry. The 5 edges of blue truth she released grasped Beata's cheek, hair, and shoulders, and pincushed the door to the closet to gorge whatever human was inside to death. The 5 edges slammed into the door in a vertical line. In other words, on the 4th twilight, gorge his head and kill. On the 5th twilight, gorge the chest and kill. On the 6th twilight. On the 7th twilight. On the 8th twilight, gorge and kill and kill and kill. Erika is a killer here. After being gorged by so many tricks and sharp wedges, the human side wouldn't stand a chance. This is the truth I've exposed. That is all. When she proclaimed that she had finished, the 5 blue wedges pierced the closet and disappeared. However, the many large, splintered holes left behind showed that it had indeed been pierced. Then, as though it had concluded the ceremony to lead to the Golden Land, the space that was constructed guest room became countless golden flower petals and drifted away. Oh, what? Okay, whatever. Now the duelist in a crowd of attendees was surrounded by the golden rose garden of the Golden Land. However, the closet behind Beata remained. It stood here all by itself, like a coffin. Then, as though teared open by a desolate wind, a hole-covered closet door slowly opened. There was nobody inside, hopefully? Inside, oh no, was a human figure. That figure was covered up to the head by what appeared to be greenish-grey robe. Of course, that also had large holes showing that it had been stabbed into. Eventually it became clear that this was not a robe, but a raincoat. If he had rushed here from the guest house, then there would be nothing strange about him wearing this into a guest room. Is it not just raincoat in the closet? No? Then with a rustle, the raincoat lost its human shade, crumpled, and became a cloud of gold butterflies and disappeared. No. Way. Inside the coffin of a closet, nothing remained except an empty darkness. Current does not exist in the guest room. Of course, this indicates all part of a closet. The bedroom, and the bathroom. Didn't even hear the raincoat somehow. Shaking my head. Shaking my head. Karen let Butler escape and hid in the closet, and then he used magic to disappear. This is the witch's truth. That is all. This duel is decided. Cease. Cease? And the winner is Beatrice! Yay! Clap, 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 clap. This was weird. The attendees let out a cheer. Virgilia's group couldn't help but scream and shout in joy. The seven sisters jump about in celebration. Are they gonna ever tell me what actually is going on? Then at the same moment, the two demons proclaimed Beatrice's victory. The head's ring worn by Erika, who was slowly crumpling in the ground, and the cursed ring of Butler's fingers both burst. Oh, just like this? He's fine now? Okay. At the same time, Butler coughed violently. I thought it's gonna be another chapter of one of them, Beata or Beatrice, being in some weird, immobile position. But no. Okay. At the same time, Butler coughed violently. Butler was starting to regain consciousness. Butler! Butler's son! Beata lunged into the coffin Butler in joy. Virgilia, Gab, and Nano did the same. All of the seven sisters also crowded about him in delight. That's a nasty trick. You sure something like this counts? With a trick like this one, those humans will start complaining again about how this isn't a mystery. Butler, excuse me? You're human? No, it's a splendid trick. We just can't be seen by people without love. Butler's son. Butler's son. Lady Erika! Someone help you, quickly! The rose of blood in Erika's chest wouldn't stop opening its petals. The third-degree conceptual denial syndrome. Use a continuous naturalizer. Impossible. Naturalization only possible by an emergency approval for resurrection. The piece's master must provide approval for resurrection. Oh no. Well, Lady Bercastel, give you approval for your resurrection. Lady Bercastel? Where did she go? Search request to ceremony guards. Find Lady Bercastel. Understood, ma'am. All chesters, dazzling. Search information. How depictable. To think that the master wouldn't watch your pieces duel to the end. No, it is despicable in the extreme. Oh, she's busy. It's okay. After learning that her master has already nowhere to be seen, Erika, who was being held by Lenore, didn't feel lonely. On the contrary, she was revived that she wouldn't need to be brutally scolded in the last moments of her life. Oh. Gods and demons to tell of her noble passing for generations to come. Noble? Huh. The villain is supposed to die pathetically so the star of the show can shine. Cuckoo? I'm not anyone's piece anymore. I can finally control my own role. Lady Erika, you mustn't move. Stand back. Back off! When Erika yelled with all her soul, those who surrounded her flinched back and fell on their butts. I am the Witch of Truth, Fruit Erika. A Witch of Truth is a witch who can withstand the truth. Now, I can finally accept the real truth about myself. Her vision is blurring. The toxin of her own concept being denied raced through her. Hmm? Excuse me? Are we denying the detective? Or what? What? Her visions was already starting to blur. At the other end of her twisted range of vision were Butler and Beato hugging each other and looking at her. Wait, the guards have data link. I don't know why I find it funny. Data link is a commonly used in fighter jets to share info between multiple aircrafts, or in the case, multiple guards. You mean like... You mean like... numbers? Data link. I mean, they are a military organization. Okay, I have no idea what that link is. Rip. That's okay. The expressions of freedom. That's okay. Pity and sympathy would only make me look more pathetic. That sort of expression... Is it like... communication, right? Something like this? Okay, I'm sorry. Pity and sympathy would only make me look more pathetic. That sort of expression is a loser's greatest salvation. Lady Erika, the duel is already over. It's not over. Until death do them part. We won't let anyone disgrace her final moments. The two demons grabbed Lenore's shoulders and held her back. Dripping blood, breathing heavily, and with an awkward gait, Erika walked towards Beata and Butler despite it all. As the blood dripped from her, it became golden flower petals which drifted away. So as she walked, she looked both divine and beautiful. The duel wouldn't end until one of them died, so even though the outcome was clear, it wasn't over. Beata and Butler told the people branching around them to step back, and they both walked towards to face a noble loser, Erika. Congratulations on your resurrection. Seem you have bad luck with women. What the hell? Beata is a great woman. Shut up. You'll never get a normal one to like you. True. And I never fall in love with a normal woman. More like if one aircraft seems bandit enemy on a radar, another plane that doesn't see it with its own radar can still connect with that other aircraft and see that aircraft with the info on the other plane. Whoa, that's cool. God bless human technology. And I never fall in love with a normal woman. So true. Real? Beato. No, I ask this of both of you. You wish for one final clash? Erika. Very well. We are not so boorish to refuse your noble request. Thank you. As her consciousness began to waver, Erika raised her gun again. She pointed at the two of them. Beato also raised her gun to point at Erika. Yo! What? Gun is so small? I thought it's bigger. It's like a little pistol. Woo. Clear? It looks so small. It looks like a little small gun. Anyway, said I didn't get to see the battle. Oh, sorry. Small! Look at them! So small, such small gun! Okay. Then Butler placed his hand on hers. It's already resolved. What more could there be to argue about? Erika-sama. Why am I powerless to help you? Now? Is it dueling pistols they used in the other love trials? They did. They did. By the way, they resolved the love trial. And Canon died. Oops. Why am I powerless to help you now? Watch until the end. That's your job as your friend, isn't it? Oh, why is Lambda here? Where is Bercastel? Where is Burn? Both sides silently loaded their bullets of truth without saying a word. The color packed into each barrel was red, though neither side spoke. Did they both know what trump card the other would use? What are they fighting about? Was this being the end? I thought that I should properly introduce myself. Oh, is she gonna do Detective Proclamation? What she's saying, this is late into the game. No one could imagine that the red truth Erika had loaded. Beata, are you sure? Yes, I don't mind. I understand. Let's at least pull this final trigger together. I know. Bartle placed his own hand on top of a finger that Beata had around the trigger. Butler-san, I'm glad I met you. We will be together for all eternity. Excuse me, we have 2 episodes to go through. So you have to flirt right in front of me. This was starting to piss me off anyway. A teary farewell scene is definitely not for me. If you ask me, the villain's gotta wear its face to the very last moments. That's a nice look. Married life with you would probably have been fun enough to make me vomit. To be honest, I'm not really sad about Conan's losing, especially with the weird situation with George anyway. Dual time. It was Shannon. Shannon was the woman, Conan is the guy. Shannon was in a relationship with George, so Shannon and George won, actually, so... I was kind of upset with this too. Married life with you would probably have been fun enough to make me vomit. Of course! Well, shoot. Of course, I would have locked you in a world of such constant back-arching pleasure that it would have been Beata-san completely off your mind. Oh, fuck. I remember it will happen. It's 1,000 years too early for you to capture Butler's heart, little girl. Yeah, this one's your cutest look by far. This is really the way for both of us to finish things. Come. This is the final parting line from Detective Furuda Erika. Oh, this end. I can influence and my self-introduction. This is a movie. Erika spun around in a magnificent and graceful ronda, scattering blood and golden petals. No! Hello and good day! Detective Furuda Erika at your service! I may be uninvited, but I hope I'm not welcome. I am the visitor. The 18th human in Rikijima. Sorry, but even if you join us all, that's only 70. Oh. What? Karen and China, that's 1%? Still? No way. Oh, they're... no, they did it again. They did it again! They lied and read that there's 18 people on the island again! First they lied, there's 19 people on the island. Ooh, we said it in red, that means the truth! But no, now it's 18 people. There's 18 people. You were wrong about 18 people, okay? And now it's 17 people? What happened? Excuse me? I'm sorry, I got crazy for a second. A lifeline game was suspended, died in the first twilight. Fuck, I should have paid attention to this. Is it a new song? Did they give... big is umineko soundtrack? Did Yukishi have money to make this chapters? Why didn't he have money? There's 1,000 people now, is what it's leading to. No, it's probably leading to there's one person on the island. It was all in their head or something. I don't know. Oh, it's so annoying. Eva Beatrice is a far for yeah. Eva Beatrice was here? Oh, she was. She was in the scene with George. George killed her. As this music was only added, maybe in a re-release? Oh, I love Japanese accent they were saying here. There was no one at all, was a dream kind of thing? Maybe, yeah. That would be upsetting though. I don't really like this idea. 6th game, Down on the Golden Witch. There's this game that's called Coma. And the game, I mean, spoilers for fucking Coma. It's a bad game, so it doesn't matter. There's this game that's called Coma. And guess what the main twist of the game is? The main character was in coma all the time. Who would have thought? Huh? I was so mad when I played this game and it turned out to be it. And the game was also bad, so it was not worth it in even bigger extent. So annoying. A new trophy, a new trophy, a new trophy. New element added. The Golden Witch has prepared a gift. A new elements. Oh, they're talking about the gallery shit and stuff. Okay. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Tea room. Okay, tea party new. Okay. Episode 6 tea party. So exciting. Just 50 more hours of this, probably. Yeah? Then let the pair exchange the rings. Not again! Oh, Beata took Valor's hand and put a ring with the seal of a one-winged eagle on his finger. Are you sure? You're already the territory lord, so this ring belongs to you, Valor-san. Are you certain? This is a world you created, your tale. Yeah. I created this tale because I wanted to be with you. This means the purpose of this world had been fulfilled. Only 50 more? And Pacino just only. I mean, it's just a fourth part of a game left. It's pretty short. Hopefully I can finish it in spring. Is the season that we're in spring, yeah. Oh, I wanna play some new games. I'm tired of umineko, to be fair, but it's fun. It's fine, so I'm not really complaining. Yes, I created this tale because I wanted to be with you. That means the purpose of this world had been fulfilled. So from now on, I want you to write it. The rest of a tale about you and me. Or am I dragging you out of your comfort zone? Just read it. Hey, or am I dragging you out of your comfort zone? Chuckle chuckle. I am merely pushing the tiresome task of territory lord onto you. It's much easier being a wife, where you could only have to brag. I just need to play around and wait for you to write a new tale, and for each new tale you write, I will play any role you devise for me. A wicked witch or an adversary. A lover or a wife. Yo, they're getting married. Actually really happy for them. Future? My tales are pretty intense. You'll be busy from dawn until dusk. Sounds perfect. Beata hand relinquished the ring of the territory lord. They give him a little image! From Butler, she received a silver ring with a crest that could only be worn by the wife of a territory lord. This is the thing, okay. Then they exchanged their rings, and their wedding was complete. They were in the wedding hall, and they reunited, and they were like, well, I mean, we're here, we need to get married. Probably the most sane relationship from what I've seen. You should have been here for the first 100 hours. It's not the most sane relationship, but I mean, it's supposed to be like this. They confirmed that Beatrice is created to be Butler's perfect woman, so it's the way Butler actually wants it to be, probably. I don't know. That made me sad for some reason. Then the pair turned around, faced the packed crowds of guests, and raised their rings high. A thunderous applause ran out for them. In commemorations of a night's events, the great territory lord would now recognize the accomplishment for certain people. Let those called come forward. At Butler's note, Beata read the name of the first guest to be recognized. Canon, come forward. Is he here? Canon-kun? A girl goat pushed her way through the crowd, took off her mask and yelled, "Oh, she's here!" I mean, they're Butler's family, they probably should be here. On his wedding, a cloud of gold butterflies gathered before Butler and Beata, and took the form of Canon kneeling in front of these two nobles. Canon had already died and vanished, however all of the dead revive in the Golden Land. As they in the Golden Land? Okay. Canon, right here. When my husband was locked up and in danger, you rescued him and displayed your self-sacrifice by choosing to remain in eternal prison in his place. Your devotion is deserving of commendation. Therefore, we will allow for your resurrection as vary your continued service. My lady, I am deeply thankful. Karan, Yoshio-kun! Yoshio-kun! Jessica raced forward and landed sobbing in Kanon's chest. Kanon patted her head gently and held her. You won't be serving as furniture, you'll be serving as human. Do you understand what it means? I do! After looking at Jessica sobbing, he looked at Butler again and nodded forcefully. Now for the next pair, Ushirimiya George and Shannon. Come forward! Yes, George and Shannon were the next to be called. Perhaps they had already readied themselves. They walked towards boldly and kneeled. Ushirimiya George, right here. Shannon, right here! You two withstood the fire and first trial until the very end. Your great achievements in affection, determination, and nobility are exemplary and deserving of commendation. Therefore, I issue you a marriage certificate signed by his lordship. Can he do it? It's weird to think about it. I should have been here before. But if we are the third 3 or 4 point, then I should have been here in what, December, November? Still sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, I can tell you a secret! I can tell you a secret! But you don't have to tell anybody. I started playing it in August. I'm doing it from August. It's literally half a year. Don't tell anybody though. It's such a long time. Oh. We are deeply thankful. This certificate overrides objection from one and all. ... To let the families of those recognized blaze this union with all their hearts. You heard her. Case in point. No more squabbling. Let's all just throw rice at them and celebrate. Congrats, you two. Yo, throwing rice! I did it when I was in the wedding. I did it, but I only was in the wedding once. Throwing rice is cool as heck. Did they do it in Japan? That's nice. I actually thought throwing rice was kind of local thing. But no, apparently not. When the territory lord clapped his hands in celebration, it spread throughout the entire cathedral. Then a group of goats in the front of line of the crowd took their masks off one by one. Now, listen here. I won't stand for you making too much salty miso soup, understand? And George is getting a little overweight, so go easy on the sugar. George, when a man gets married, he's got to treasure his wife even more than his parents. No matter what your mother say, you make sure you protect Shan-chan based. Yeah, of course. George-san. George needs a solid 7 hours of sleep each night. 7? I've never forgive you if you let him stay up late. And don't forget that washing his back and cleaning his ears also the wife's responsibilities. Okay, auntie, as you say. Is this true? What have I done? That varies, depends on the family. Oh, fuck, I completely missed this. I'm sorry. Riddle-san, have you been properly caring for your wife? You should know. Why are you suspicious? Find happiness, you two. Marriage isn't the goal. It's just the starting line, okay? Congratulations! Congratulations! Udu, congratulations. We can't let them beat us, can we? Yeah, no way we're losing, damn it! All of the Ushirimiya family, all of the servants, and all of the spirits and demons in attendance celebrated the honorees with even greater applause. Thus, the tale woven by the Golden Witch come to an end. Okay, do you want to go to characters and see some spoilers? Probably. We do. No, it's all the same. What about Angie? How's Angie doing? Who's gonna be the person who's gonna miss in the next chapter? Butler? Actually, Shannon? I mean, Conan? Fuck. Thus the tale woven by the Golden Witch come to an end. It seemed proper to conclude the tale with an epitaph. Epigraph? Epitaph? It is epitaph. The following is the passage of a golden land from the Golden Witch epitaph. The witch shall prize the wise and bestow full treasures. One shall be all of the golden land's gold. One resurrected all the dead people's souls. One revives all the love they possessed. And one for the witch to eternally rest. Rest in peace, my beloved witch, Beatrice. After the teapots, it's updated, I think. Oh, hi, Angie! So, this means Beata no rest fulfilled? This interpretation is probably appropriate. And, now that the game is over, Nichan will be released, right? Angie doesn't know, she doesn't know! 7 hours of sleep, me and 4 weak. So true! I was sleeping for 3 hours and like, on Sunday, I feel like I had a really bad time and it couldn't work. I hate not sleeping. Sorry. And now that the game is over, Onishan will be released, right? What will happen to him? Well, I wonder. The book of these fragments tells no more of the story. So in the end, we won't even find out what happened to Onichan. It's not as though anything will come out of it anyway. In the end, Onichan and the others never came back. They reached the Golden Land and enjoyed themselves here. So says the tale, but in reality, everyone died in this horrific accident. Still, I've learned a lot of very interesting things. This island really is a crazy place of illusions. Indeed, and your reading was truly wonderful. I feel worn out like watching a 6-hour movie all at once. She knows, I'm tired. Yoshirimi Angie, you really have worked hard. My boredom was erased by your reading. The gratitude I feel towards you is one I have not felt since long before I stopped counting the years. If you're grateful, then why can't I have some kind of commendation too? That would be good. Give me some time. I will think. Fezerline sat down in her rocking chair and rocked it gently, apparently trying to think of something. Yoshirimiya Angie, you really have worked hard. You have done well to keep reading for me until the end. With this, your responsibilities as my Miko are lifted. You may return to your original world and be reunited with the fate that you have been given. Sheesh, feels like this was one hell of a side trip. Do not pout. I'm thinking of reward now. Yeah, why not? Every once in a while. That said, it had been quite some time. I imagine the ink from the bottle had dried up by now. Even after the tale ended, Angie and Hachija debate over it continued for quite some time. It was very serious and fiery. Angie had acknowledged that this tale was no crazy literary work, but a new message bottle which had drifted here once more from the Kojima of 12 years previous to tell her of a single possible truth. And it seemed as though she had found her own interpretation of the truth she thought the tale was trying to tell. Of course, that was only one truth, and it did not mean the end of her journey. Still, this interpretation had its place. It wasn't sufficient to fill the 12-year gap in her heart. However, for now, she was content just to enjoy the feeling that the tale had created, along with the bitter coffee Hachija had made. Thank you for reading until the end, and thank you for your thoughts and opinions. I'm sure the very first Endless Witch is happy. Wow, so you can't say stuff like that. If you just talk like that from the beginning, I'd bet you have tons more fans. I'm merely prizing the wonderful reader that you most certainly are. I just wanted to say that rather than write for silent readership or unthinking swine, I will find it much more productive use of my limited time of this earth to write a manuscript for you alone. Giggle? What kind of writing? That's the kind of thing you don't have to say. Well, I take it as a compliment, okay? I get the feeling that I've spent a really, really long time here. It feels as though I spent a imagined fraction of my life here. It should feel uncomfortable sitting here on a sofa in someone else's house, but for some strange reasons, it feels as familiar as my own home. However, the clock showed that it's been only about 2 or 3 hours since I met her. My sense of time feels very strange. Your friend seemed to be taking his time. It must be a long phone call. It's creepy for a guy to talk that long on the phone. No, Angie, shut up! He said that he was going to make a scheduled report to Okonagi-san, hadn't he? Even though he was told that he could use a phone here, he declined and went to look for a public phone somewhere. Something about how he didn't want to risk being bugged. It was too ridiculous to point to argue, so I just left him to it. Is the public phone far? If you go onto the street, there is a stone in the corner, a short way down. Then I'll be on my way. Here, consider this payment for the snacks or whatever. If I let you keep that money, will you come again, read my next manuscript, and tell me your opinions? You're willing to pay rolls of money to get an enclosed girl like me to read your manuscript? My boredom was cured by your reading. Don't let you know about audiobooks, they'll go insane. Real. On the contrary, you were a good reader and a good thinker. In the search of a person like you, that we wave these tales and set them loose into the world. You praise me too much. I just take books a little too seriously. Oh my god, she's literally me. As thanks for the considerable time you have given to me, I will someday write your tale. Am I going to appear in another of your forgeries? Oh, I lost their voices. I hope you kill me in a slightly better way this time. Do you like miracles? You mean story contrivances? I used to hate them, but recently I've become a big fan. I've been spoiled though, so you'll have to wind up jumping of a skyscraper and ended up unharmed because I don't even count as a miracle anymore. Then one day, perhaps, I will write you a tale that you will consider a miracle. She's just like me. I'm really sorry for barging in all of a sudden and saying all kinds of mean things. Not at all. It was a worthwhile conversation. Perhaps I will have my head editor arrange another meeting between the two of us. If the opportunity presents itself, see you again. Have a nice day. Yeah, it may happen again sometime. I pray that you find your truth. Thank you. If you ever do reach your truth, please try making your truth a tale as well someday. You want me to become one of your witches? I'm not sure about that. I'm bad at writing. A good reader isn't necessarily a good writer, you know? True. Quite true. I myself can never read anything written by anyone else. Most normal writer ever? Sheesh. Then I'm off. Can't wait for them to reunite in the next chapter. After this, I will probably never see you again. But I pray I will be fortunate enough to meet another you somewhere, someday. Can I ask one last question? Go ahead. Ooh. They just using the same background, or is it where her house actually was? That Featherlin witch who appeared within the tale. That's you, right? It may be preposterous to say it, but that was my intention. This might be a strange question, but... Are you Featherlin? Or Featherlin? Or is Featherlin you? Why? I haven't the foggiest idea what you mean. The mysterious woman remained mysterious to the end, and so I made it through a day. I had no memory of it, and the following day, I took a boat to Niijima. I don't know why my mind thought of that as I can't read at all, which is something completely different from what she said, but I found it funny. It would be funny. I'll probably never see her again. However, that just means that I won't see her. The other me's might. Angie's too aware of the shit somewhere down the road. Just as I was able to reach several truths, I pray that they too can reach their destinations. So long, Featherlin. If you ever write a better story, please call me again. As if this one wasn't good enough. If I'm free, I might drop by. Oh, we're here. We're just here. Okay. No problem. Why are we here? Isn't Angie dead? What's going on? The problem. This is a... Cashiest escort job I've ever had. It's almost like to invite you along, sir. I take a pass on that. You know how old I am. I'm done running around all over the place. The person on the other end of the line was Okanogi. Okanogi was also the one who tended to move from place to place, so it hadn't been easy to catch him, even on the phone. Our trip has been pretty cool, so right now there is no need to run around. Sumidera Kasumi is searching like a madwoman for her. According to my source, she's fixed herself a ride to Rokijima already. You bump into her here. So, just as planned. It's likely to be 5 of 6 people at most. And they'll probably be armed with nothing more than handguns. They're no match for you. Is it supposed to be... he knew, so he protected her and Angie didn't die, hopefully? Or not hopefully, I don't really like her. Feel free to run wild, but make sure you kill them. Have you received your favorite toy of yours? Of course! I'm surprised you managed to get this into the country. Behind Makusa was a rental car that they had borrowed under a false name. Inside of which was now a black golf bag. The Sumadera head family was already given the okay, but make sure you get out of Japan as soon as you're done. Don't forget to buy your cup ramen by the box in Narita before you flying out. Okay, I'll take care this time. It's an easy job. There's also the other matter. You understand me, right? Other matter. Well, now you lost me. Playing dumb, huh? Well, whatever. At the end of the day, you're a man who's never betrayed my expectations. If you're clever about it, you won't even have to get your hands dirty. They're talking about killing Angie? There should be plenty of ways to handle it. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I know Angie-chan is an unfortunate kid. Still, all she had to do was play the part of a secluded, wealthy young lady. Since Ima-san's death, we're all been in an argument of untying together. Going forward, this little Portable shrine of ours is important, but she's also a liability. We're talking about world peace here, right? Well, let's see how it goes. I hope those Sumadera black suits know how to shoot a gun right. Hmm? What is it, sir? I have no clue what's going on. Don't tell me that after a few days on the run, you and Angie have already hooked up? What the fuck? What? Me and a pretty little girl, please. Hey, it's not like I care. I mean, you finally managed to move on, enough that you can take passes at women at least. How's the world as women, you know? Ooh. Ooh, what? Is this connected to Erika somehow? You'll never last if just one or two give you the jitters. Oh, speak of the devil, she's here. Guess that's all for today. I'll contact you after I reach our lodgings on Nichima. Later. Angie walked down the street towards me. Why'd she have to do that when I told you to wait for me to come back? If only she wasn't like this, she might have lived a long life. That was a pretty long call. I was so tired of waiting that I left. Sorry about that. How was it for you, Missy? Did you learn anything interesting? It was interesting. That's all I've got out of it. Sounds cool. Everybody says cool in this game. After Makusa opened... Sorry, it's a book. After Makusa opened the passenger side door, Angie got in the car. Makusa quickly went around to the driver's seat. Then let's head to the harbor. According to the old man, the Sumadera family has set up a net. If we do get caught, then that's a measure of my luck. If we don't, then Rikijima is waiting for me. Let's leave it all to luck. Luck, is it? When you can decide what to do, or when it doesn't matter either way, it's not so bad to entrust your fate to a coin toss. Then I'll leave it to luck too. I'm not stranger of that sort of thing myself. My bodyguard has just said that he'll leave everything back to luck. This sucks. Since I had to leave for the phone call, I totally missed the clincher. What happened after I left? Let's hear it. No, I'm not telling. That's a shame. The car dashed through the hilly town. It would not return to Hachiji's house for all eternity. However, Angie didn't get sentimental about it. For now, she just wanted to silently consider it the new message bottle that the current endless witch Hachiji Toya had given her. In the rear-view mirror, the town where the witch lived faded off onto the distance. However, this scene wasn't reflected in Angie's eyes. Cool. Thanks for nothing? Complete waste of time? Basically. Okay, we know the Hachijo is living in this town. Yeah, question mark had been added. Oh no. We have 20 minutes left for stream. On my hand is all in orange juice. Why this happened? Welcome to the tea party of the inhuman. We're probably not gonna finish question mark today. It's okay. We finish it next time. But those parts are important. So... so nothing then in a literal sense. Lambda, where are you? Do you wanna see the spoiler? I do. Please. No, you characters, please. No, it's all the same. And you said? It's all the same. No fun here. Okay. I'm not impressed. Lambda, where are you? Oh, where is? Where is Berkastel? After this, I... Just having to say that felt like admitting defeat, and I didn't like it. This is why she's always so obnoxious and clingy when I don't need her. And then I won't answer when I call her name. Where am I? Annoyed by the complete predictable ending, I had left the cathedral. I had planned on finding some terrace with a cool night's breeze, where I could kill time until the end of its fractal reception. It's true that I tried to find somewhere desolate that I didn't have to look at people, but this is a bit ridiculous. I, the Great Bricastel, am lost? A miracle like that certainly couldn't happen. Yes, miracles doesn't exist in this world. To create a miracle, you need an amount of time that can never be reached, a period that is so different from infinity. So, when something that appears to be a miracle happens in a shorter span of a time than that, it's not a miracle, but due to someone's design. In other words, the reason I'm walking down this bizarre corridor is because someone's design has forced me here. Who did this? Who pulled this elaborate prank on me? You mustn't be quiet and the shy one, calling me out to a desolate place like this. Then, from the other side of a dark corridor, I heard a sound. Patter, 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 patter. It sounded as though some small animal, like a dog or a cat, was walking at a quick pace. No miracle could cause a dog or a cat to be in a place like this. Such a miracle would not be allowed. Since it isn't a miracle, that means I'm being guided in this direction. Alright then, this might be some new idea to keep me entertained. If this is some new joke of Lambda's, I'll cover her whole body with honey using my tongue as a reward, and then I'll stick parasol chocolates into her eyes and tell her to never do it again. In the direction that the noise had come from, it was only dim but shrouded in a complete darkness. However, I could sense something in the darkness. Yo! Cat eyes. Okay, dot. There were two emerald green grillins, probably cat eyes. The eyes of a black cat that blackened well into the darkness. Are you the one who called me here? Or are you just a messenger? Are those 3D? When I looked at my feet, I saw the red cat footprints leading towards those cat eyes. It was unsettling, as though it ran through a puddle of blood on its way here. After my eyes adjusted to the darkness, even with the lack of light, I was vaguely able to make out the red footprint ahead of me. They weren't actually glowing or anything, but they served perfectly well as a signpost leading me onwards. Patter, 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 patter. As though it was telling me to follow, the cat turned around and dashed off into the darkness. What is it? Something feels very strange. It's a feeling I haven't felt since I began calling myself the cruelest witch in the world. I can't quite remember what this feeling is. Still, for one as tired of boredom as me, it's surely more fun this way. I followed the bloody footprints of a cat, which would sometimes stop and look back at me, and walked on and on through the dark corridor. It headed forward, turned corners, and descended what appeared to be stairs from time to time. And then, though I couldn't really tell because of the darkness, it slipped through the clock of the door. Here? I pushed the door open slowly, but it was dark on the inside, just like the corridor. However, the air and the slight change in the echoes made by the footsteps told me that this was a room, not a corridor. The sound of a cat's footsteps were gone. However, the bloody footprints remained. Drop, drop, drop. On the other side of some sort of wooden screen, under what looked like a small spotlight that became Black Cat, was noisily gobbling down on a bowl of pet food. I see. So this is its reward for bringing me here. Cat, sorry to bother you during your meal, but I'd like you to summon your master. That is, unless you're actually the one who summoned me? Talking to it didn't cause it to turn around. Well, I guess it's animal eating its food. If I kick it away, it'll probably run off to its owner. No! No, not a cat. When I did kick the cat, it sealed away like a stuffed animal, hit the wall, and fell to the ground. Then it vanished as though it had melted into the darkness. What's with this cat? Is it just an illusion? Then I looked at its football. It was piled up with what appeared to be blood-drenched raw meat. It was as though someone had torn apart living flesh in a spot and piled it into here. Come on, what was a creepy reception? That was a mean thing to do, kicking it. Who said it? The instant I heard the voice, the hairs of the back of my neck stood on end. Then, the surrounding area finally brightened. However, Bicastel had already guessed where this was before it grew bright. Who? Oh. Okay. Cat violence will not be tolerated. Burn the heretic. True. It was Federline. I thought they're gonna introduce somebody new. Excuse me? Federline and Bercastel reunion? That was you, that cat. My dear flesh-eating cat who had learned to choose its own path. It has been long since we last met. It's a path that I'd never have to have noticed if you hadn't told me. You were the monster who taught me the taste of flesh. So you come back to life, Federline Aurora. It's Augustus Aurora. You know, Lord, no matter how often I tell you that. Very well. Even that brings back fond memories. Cat fight! Yeah. What the hell? I thought they were friends! Weren't they friends? I mean, I didn't finish Higurashi, but maybe they were friends, no? Very well, even that brings back fond memories. I have heard the rumors. It seemed that you taken the name Bercastel, Witch of Miracles, have been traveling around playing some far from price-worthy fragment games. Far more price-worthy fragment games. I'm just imitating you, though I could hardly match up to your level. If the rumors you heard about me are bad, that applies to 100-fold to you. Bercastel sat unreservedly in the antique chair, although she had already familiar with this place. What are you afraid of? I am merely celebrating my reunion with my longest-serving Miko so far. Did you really find my messenger cat so displeasing? By all appearances, Bercastel's manners seemed relaxed. However, Federline admonished her, telling her not to be afraid. And judging by the expression that rose to Burn's face, Federline had been right on the mark. Did you really have to make such blunt insinuation against me? A cat leaving behind bloody footprints and stuffing its face with a blood-stained meat. Have no fear. Look closely. Where do you see a cat stuffing its face with a blood-stained meat? I just gave it a plate of biscuits as a reward for going to get you. Ew. Not candy. Despite there being no wind, the ball at your feet seemed to blow away as though it had made of shoot. In its place lay a lowly, a perfectly normal cat dish, with a pile of small biscuits on top of it. Bercastel didn't even hide her displeased grimace. Federline shrugged and muttered, "You haven't changed, child of man," as she rocked her rocking chair. I too want to see Burn. That's not a perfectly normal cat dish. That it's really not. Me just agreeing with everything people say in chat. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. It's almost ending. Ooh. I see you unpleasant as ever, but nowadays I find you pleasing. Imitating you really had been far from boring. Scold me as you please, if the parting gift I gave you when we last met. You lied to abusive Mikos because they kept you entertained, right? Ridiculous. If taking will only please you, I'll shut up. If talking will only please you, I'll shut up. So, not 5 seconds later, so... What do you want with me? Ooh, music stopped. It seemed Beatrice's game had ended with Battler's victory. I observed it. It was quite entertaining. I'm sure you enjoyed seeing me fail miserably. Nonsense, it was a splendid performance. I'm sure Beata is very grateful to you. And? If you want me to read the fragments of Beata's game aloud for you, I refuse. I'm not umineko anymore. I have observed all of Beata's games. I will also watch Delta's game and Butler's game with a great interest. I believe I have fashioned my own particular answers to all the mysteries. The culprit, the motive, the individual tricks. I'm not yet clear about the very last part of the epitaph's riddle, but I have enough of the theory that if I actually went to Kojima and investigated, I should be able to resolve this part as well. Well, you know, me too. And? Of course, since there is no single truth, my theory is probably only one of many possibilities. However, this is one of those possibilities, so that problem is a trivial one. What are you up to? Do you want to debate Beata's game with me? Wrong! What I want is to look at the answer, child of man. Those words of Fezerline's made Bercastello straighten up. Her old master did not fail to notice the small reaction. So far, you have spiced up this tale as an actor. In doing that, you have probably come to know many truths. However, even if you are unaware of the truth behind several mysteries that Beata has skillfully kept hidden, correct? I see. You want to use me to chew apart and strain out the guts of something again. After watching a play, the experience of reading the pamphlet and learning what goes on behind the scenes is similar to, as you would say it, enjoying some black tea after a meal. It is ceremony, but essential nonetheless. You play with them and love them while they're alive and then eat their flesh when they die. So, yes, it's doubtfully useful for you. Just die, monster. I want to look at the answer. I'm sure you want to know them. Think of it as a brutal burial for Beata's corpse, where you are in charge of a service. What do you say about that, child of man? Now you're starting to speak my language. When Fezerline snapped her fingers, a thin spotlight shone on the table cluttered with books. There lay a forbidden version of a game board for Beata's game. The Witch of Theurgia-Goetia spun her fingers in a circle, and the game board opened up by itself, revealing the rows of black and white pieces that were packed away inside it. It's a complete set containing the game board and all the pieces. The record of the previous games are all here as well. With a rustling sound, the books flipped through all their pages in their own accord, shut themselves, and flew to the side of a game board where they waited. Inside them, all of the movements of the pieces during previous games were recorded. I see. So you were short a player and a commentator. You were also short on a black tea. And, I suppose, dried plums? Of course I will find some. Okay. If you add on some mustard rice cakes, then we have a deal. Oh, mustard rice cakes! Actually sounds amazing. I would eat it. I love my mustard. Oh! They give me trophy for 30,000 clicks. The negotiation are concluded. I have one condition. Oh, and what is that? I'm going to be the reader, right? I have no love, so I might interpret all kinds of things in strange ways. However, the reader is free to read things in a manner and with an intonation of your choosing. only want to check the answers. I have no interest in the tale itself. The particular kind of tale you choose to create is of no interest to me whatsoever. Ah, yes. Now I see what you're after. You accept this condition? Very well. I want to know the answer. You want the outlet for your grievances. The negotiation is concluded. Ah yeah, your finger survived 3,000 clicks. Well done. I'm actually using the mouse wheel. if I'm actually gonna click with mouse, you're gonna hear the sound, and it's really annoying. Hold on. When Fezerline snapped your finger once more. Okay, I did it loudly on purpose. When Fezerline snapped your fingers once more, a large chair appeared, as though beckoning Bercastel to sit here. The chair, its design horribly mismatched with the furnishing of this room, was a throne. Yo! What the hell? Why is he getting a portrait? Where I am gonna get a portrait? Wait, I've seen this before. This is... I acknowledge it. You may say it. You are the game master. Are you sure? Are you really sure? Why did Fezerline have a huge butler portrait? She saw the throne in the same place as a picture? Okay, I'm losing it. You may create whatever sort of tale you like to ease your inner hatred. I am not interested. However, I have one condition as well. Provide all the answer I seek. No hiding, concealment, or tricks. Yo, is it a chapter where I actually get answers? So, like, Umineko answer arc gonna actually have answers? Maybe? This is exciting. Leave it to me. Tearing apart the chest and ripping out the guts is my specialty. After all, you trained me. Oh, you guys are so tragic. I shall make you some black tea. With my own hands, not magic. Let the master treat your Mika to some tea. What? What are we doing? Beata once told me that the tea is the best drink. Oh no! It seemed we differ in this regard. It became movie again. I can't click it. He. It was quite short. At some point, the dish spelled with biscuits and reverted to a mountain of a torn-apart meat and a splatter of red. No, not the meat! No, I'm really too slow. Tea is the best, enjoy it. With your fellow monsters! No, so cheesy. Yay! We did it in 4 hours! Isn't it nice? Another new song? I actually love it with Beatrice's sing. With his words now. Actually kind of great. I think they're using the word acknowledge for a combination bond. Acknowledged. I missed the whole thing, darn. Oops. Oh, here's what it is. I'm also ending. What if I die? Nice. A lot of people in my chat. Jeez. Is it gonna ban me on YouTube for using the song? Maybe. Hope not. Year 7 expansion. Oh, well, I was out. I watched this documentary, which is called Akihabara something, Akihabara Gigs or something, and one of the people that they interviewed and was in the documentary was Yukishi. Oh, they're still doing. In this case, let's get the pieces ready. If we keep continuing, there'll be game number 7, right? Oh, she knows, correct. An auspicious number. It won't be for Beata. It won't be for Beata, okay. Bercastel slowly picked up a black piece. It was a piece that represented Beatrice. It was sometimes a king, a queen, however it was only if it got promoted. Until then it was only a trash piece, like a pawn. First game piece positioning, even this early, the witch's game has already... Bercastel took Beata and slow... I couldn't do it, I'm sorry. First move, placement. Beatrice on d8. Oh my god! They're using... actual chess position. When the seagulls cried, none have left alive. Yo! Title drop. Clap, 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 clap. If it does climb the sun, you would be able to replace it, which is not much of a loss to the video itself, but it sucks. It does sucks. YouTube is annoying. Yay! New characters? New tips? Ooh, what do you mean new tips? What does it mean? New tips, episode 6. Isn't all tips? Set of duel and pistols. Did we read it? Did we read it? A set of demonic pistols were paid by Zephyr and Furfur. The number of shots loaded depend on the format of a duel. In most cases, I feel like we did read it. Spirit Mirror, I remember Spirit Mirror. Grimoire, Miko, Varava. Varava. Okay, I remember this. The character is gonna just give me the characters. Okay. Yay, we finished it! Just two chapters to go. 2 episodes. Oh, we can read the difficulty. Should we read the difficulty? Episode 7. Requiem of a Golden Witch. Good morning. Today is a day of a funeral for the Golden Witch and her game. Doubt? The days of the game have now ended, and the fond memories are all that remain here. The cold hard truths will be revealed, and the game will meet its death. There is a bit of difficulty. A bit of difficulty. Well, cool. We just have 2 episodes. Isn't this exciting? Okay, I'm done. Thank you for watching. See you next time. When? Let me tell you. See ya on today's Monday. Monday. On Thursday. And then on Friday. Probably. Hopefully, it's not gonna be fucked up as the last time. Thank you. See ya. Bye bye.